I'm back for another show. Let me see what YouTube looking like, and then we can get the show started. See what you. What's up, Leafy? Leafy in the house. Leafy here, bright and early. So Friday, Leafy say I'm getting in and getting out. Leafy, appreciate you, man. Yeah, today I'm do something a little different. I'm gonna show people because a lot of people be thinking that I be lying and be capping and stuff like that. So I'm gonna pull out some receipts real quick. I'm gonna pull out some receipts real quick. Let me see. Try to wait a little bit, but let me see if I can pull up some of my receipts. Some of my receipts. Because people be swearing I'm capping, like, Poe, you're just saying things. You just want us to believe you. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna literally let y'all scroll with me through my LinkedIn because a lot of y'all think I'm capping. Let me see. Let me see. Share page, share screen. All right. A lot of y'all. I know it's gonna probably a lot of developers that watch this show. They're gonna probably feel some type of way. No, this is just a one and done thing. All my conversations I will not share. This is a one and done because people always feel like I'm just making up stuff. Poe is just trying to feel important and stuff like that. I'm a grown man. I got a son and a wife. That's all I need. I don't need friends. I'm not a person that even though people respect me and know me, I don't do this to get famous. I don't do this to have friends. I appreciate everybody that I consider a friend. I appreciate all of y'all. Let me show this to y'all. Let me show this. Hold on, where is that? I'm showing y'all my screen. Now I'm gonna let y'all look at all the people that I have as friends. It's not just me letting them be me friending them. No, they are my friends. They friended me. I see. Over 500 plus connections. But that's the 500 plus connections. That's both of us connecting with each other, right? But my followers, I have over 4,000 followers on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn. I know it's probably a couple of y'all sprinkled in here that's that they are followers, that y'all are followers of mine. But let me let y'all see. Let me go down. Let me one more show y'all something. Right? Where is it? This one I wanted y'all to see. How many people did I get to see this one? How many people watched this video? Look at all these people that I have tagged into it, and they could have blocked me or whatever. They could have blocked me, but they haven't blocked me. How many people did I get to? I know what I gotta do, but I had a lot of people that saw this post. Now the thing is, I got to get to the original post because I don't redid it. Like I keep like posting it every week. I'll repost it every week. I keep reposting it so more and more developers can see it, or more and more people in the industry can see it. Let me see. This post, I should be able to get to my original post. Where is my original post? Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Let me see. The original post should be the very first post. Is it going to even let me go to my very first post? No. Let me see something. It's just my very first post. It say edit. So if I can edit the post, that should be the first post. Let me see. Let me see something. Give me a second, y'all. Because I'm trying to get to this post because I have, I think, over 1,000 views on this post by itself. Oh, I know what I could do. Give me a second. Give me a second. I know what I could do. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I know what I could do. I know. No, because it is like I know, like my sister was telling me today. She was like, "Stop worrying about what how people think of you." No, because my thing is, when people keep putting out false information or try to devalue your importance or your voice, and you don't say nothing, it's like you're giving up. And with me, I don't give up. I don't give up. Only thing I ever gave up in my life was boxing. I gave up on boxing. I gave up on boxing. Let me see. Oh, I know. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I go on. It's just Leafy. Yeah. What's up, Crooks? Appreciate you, man, coming through. Yeah, I'm trying to prove a point to some people because some people be thinking that I be fronting and I just be making up you know just saying things. But my thing is I don't care about you know being a content like being a major content creator and stuff like that. My thing is what I put out like I'm trying to yeah, how should I say it? I don't do it for likes and stuff. I want developers to see what I post. I want them to see my ideas. I don't care who see it or you know how many people see. Look, oh yeah, this one got 272 impressions from developers on LinkedIn. See, 272 impressions. See, people be thinking that I be capping. I'm not capping. I'm not out. Not out to be deceptive. That's my thing. I don't have to show y'all this. You know, I know a lot of y'all like, Paul, you be just saying stuff. You just be doing this and you just be doing it. No, I'm showing y'all. Let me see this one right here. I'm trying to find one. I got like 1,000 people that's a low. But I got like 1,000 people on one of my posts, and I was like, daggone. One of my posts, I can't remember. Yeah, but my thing was I'm trying to prove. What's up, I'm precisely? Yo, that's crazy what you put in that chat of our precisely with the Tekken. That's you funny to death. You funny to death with that Tekken joke. Because when I seen it was like a slow motion something. I think it was slow motion, and it was funny, man. It was slow motion. Like it had like a the trail, like it like they were throwing punches. The boxers was throwing punches. I guess it was some type of replay system. And I was like, yo, that look like Tekken. And you come out and say that was, yo, the funniest thing in the world to me. That was the funniest thing in the world. I was like, yo. Yeah, see, look, man, I be like, the 10 Coops thing. Let me see. I be getting a lot of views on my YouTube. This is not my YouTube. This is my LinkedIn. My wish list, they always look at that. Let me see something. I had some that had like over 1,000, but I know it's buried. Yeah, I was trying to prove some, because a lot of people always be thinking that I be doing Fallout content too. Well, not content, but I be having ideas for Fallout. I be doing ideas for Fallout. I'm deep into Fallout, not this Fallout 76. I hate that jump, but I'm deep into Fallout stuff. Fallout 4, 3, stuff like that. I like them. So I got mad ideas. I'm an idea person. A lot of y'all think I'm not an idea person. I be building ideas. Matter of fact, how many people one of my posts see that these, I think what they call is fatigue, developer fatigue. They don't look at all your posts. They only a couple of them do. Because I'll probably get like 500 to look at it in that one. See, look right here, 1,000 and 1,031 impressions, and this is what they looked at. It's modern game development is rarely limited by technology, because I'm explaining to developers that modern games is only limited by what they put in the game. It's what they want to put in the game. And I'm letting the developers know. I know, and a lot of fans know, that anything we want in boxing video games or in games in general can be put in the game. It's on the developers. It's on the company. But this right here, like, I'm like, yo, they looked at my post. It's like over 1,000 developers. They looked at that. Probably a few of y'all too, but a lot of developers looked at it. That right there, like, yo, stuff like that get me excited. Like, they look at my stuff and they don't have to, because they could just keep it moving. But they look at my ideas. Sometimes they'll like it. Sometimes they'll ask me a couple of questions, stuff like that. Let me see. See, the sweetest science. That's one of my boxing. This is a proposal. This is an idea for a game. This is an idea for a game. The sweetest science. That's mine. Now, if somebody's still there, if Still City happened to say, "Oh, we already had that idea. We already had that name." Nah, man. Like y'all say, we're Undisputed. Even though Undisputed, that anybody can say that's their name. Let me see. See, I be on. Look. See, LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn. Developers really be looking at my posts. People be thinking that I'm capping and I'm just talking. All right, I'm gonna do a few more, then I'm gonna stop, because I know y'all like that. But you ain't gotta show us. I believe you. No, I want this to be on video, so some people be talking slick, like, I'm not who I'm trying to act like I am. I mean, who I am, not act. I'm not. I don't act. I don't have a reason to act like I'm something that I'm not. Let me see. See, a lot of developers, they even like this one. More than one corner. White boxing video games need competition and real player input. See, I got over 200 developers. To me, that's a lot, even though I've been having more. Look, 298 for my game proposal. I did that like a week ago. No, 3 weeks ago. All right. But that's a lot to me. Let me see the Memphis. Even with when I say that you don't need real boxers, I got a lot of developers to look at that. AAA companies did not rush into boxing after Undisputed. This one had more than that. That's a Let me see. All right, let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I'm gonna start the show. I just wanted to show that to on camera. Pull up the SCI receipts. You trying to really put me Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to Ash. I don't want to do that to Ash. I don't want to do that. I should do the one with Will when Will was popping that junk talking about we don't need your help. Let me see. UFC 6 flow state is whack, man. Man, how you change up that fast, Leafy? How did you change up that fast, man? You was praising the game yesterday. Now you saying Undisputed 6 flow state is whack, man. The darn what is on UFC is crazy, man. What's the darnage? Oh, the damage. I see the darnage. The damage. You said UFC flow state is whack, man. The damage of UFC on UFC is crazy, man. What do you mean by see that word crazy could mean two things. When you say crazy, I'm thinking you saying is bad. The flow state is whack, man. Whack. That's what us. Whack is like whack. It's no good. But when you say the damage on UFC 6 is crazy, man, it could be crazy, could be good, and crazy could be bad, depending on how you saying it. Let me see. Leafy say, haha. Well, I did say yesterday UFC has a weird flow state. Daggone age. And you said daggone. Man, you be around your father a lot. You be around your father a lot. You be around a lot of old people talking about daggone. If you trying to stop cursing, I guess you like that's my that's how I change up. I got to keep that under wraps, just in case your pops must be listening to the show or watching the show, and you don't want me to say, hey, pops, Leafy cursing. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, let me start the show. I appreciate everybody who's here. Let me see. I got 9 people viewing. That's great. That's great. Appreciate everybody that's listening, and half of the time is developers. Oh, okay. Half of the time it's developers, even though a lot of people think I just be saying stuff. And shout out to Crooks for popping in. Shout out to Crooks for popping in. I appreciate you. Like I said, y'all could just pop in and pop out. It's good. Just pop in and pop out. It's just showing support. Pop in, hit the like button, and pop out. That's what I do. I pop in, hit the like button, and pop out. Yesterday, when Crooks was talking about UFC, I think I stayed a little longer than I should have stayed because I don't like UFC games. and Crooks was talking. He was taking questions and stuff, and me just listening to him take the questions. I just said, "Hold up, I'm listening to some UFC stuff. I'm literally sitting here listening to him answer these questions. I'm out of here." I hit the like button and I left. You said, "I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking." You funny. The only people I have been around lately besides my dad is you. Oh, dad. Yeah. You're kidding. I'm joking. Yeah. You just making sure your pops be like, "Hey, what you mean?" When your father talked to me, I felt like I went to a karate school or something, and I was talking to another master or something like, you gotta take care of my son, I was like, when he was talking to me, it was I, I was like, it was. I was like, yo, I said that's respect for you from you, and it was respect and honorable of your father to talk to me. I kind me the way I am, I would have been a little, I would have been a little like, what my son doing talking to a grown man? That's a grown man. Is he a pervert? What's going on? Why are you talking to my son? But your father, he trusts you and he respect your decisions, and he know, so he can't be that bad of a guy. And I'm not. I'm a father, and I look at, leave you're a friend. I look at you as a friend. I don't look at you like, I know there's a massive age difference, but I look at you as a friend, and I don't, see nothing. No, you a friend. Yeah, but yeah. Um, Let me read my some of my script. All right, let me see what we getting into today. What are we getting into today? All right. Let me see. Let me see. All right. When death exists but doesn't connect, modern boxing games often do have death. No, that's false. Let me see. All right, here we go. Listening to what players keep saying. There's a point in almost every conversation about modern boxing games where the tone shifts. It stops being about preference, it starts being about features and turns into something simpler. Players start saying it doesn't feel deep enough. I say that all the time. Not confusion, not unplayable, just not deep. And the way boxing itself is deep. Boxing is deep. Oh, this before I go on, my thing is, when we talk about all these belts that's in boxing and stuff like that, I think that fits into video game world. In the video game world, that fits. That fits in a video game world. For a person to say, we shouldn't have all the belts in a video game. We shouldn't have 4 belts in a video game. Well, you should be able to hit a toggle and say you don't want all the belts in your game. But there should be people like me because I like challenges and stuff like that. I like collecting stuff. I want all of the infinity rings. I want all the stones. I want all the infinity stones. I want all of that. I like collecting stuff. So I want all the belts. So if I could create a career mode and there's 10 people with belts, different forms of belts. Y'all hear me? If I was in my own career mode, my own game, and I got 10 people with belts, different variations of belts. Like there's and like they got now. But and I'm fighting them guys and I'm collecting belts. And then it can force me to still try to fight for them belts. So I want that in a game. I want that as an option. It should be an option. So stop taking away presentation and things that could be added into a career mode that keeps the life in the career mode. It makes an ecosystem. That's my new word. Y'all like that word? Ecosystem. E-C-O system. E-C-O system. And I know y'all like, Poe, why you ain't spell system? Because that's the way I wanted to say it. All right, let me see what y'all saying in the chat. That's exactly how I feel too. Salute. What's up, Norton? Subs Solo? Norton Block Solo in the house, y'all. Salute. Please support Norton Block Solo. I appreciate you, man, for popping in. Like I tell everybody, pop in and pop out. If you just pop in, like I probably pop in your video while you're doing a video, hit the like button, stay for a couple of seconds, then I might leave. But support each other. We gotta support each other, man. Some of the stuff that I post or talk about, a lot of y'all might not like it. And it's a lot of stuff that y'all do or might say, I might not like it, but I still support y'all. I want all of us to succeed. I want all of us to have fan bases. And that's okay. It's a community. It's a community. It's just like family. I got family that we don't agree on anything, but we're family. Yo, how do I spell the word system after eco? Yeah, you just spelled it. You just spelled it. Yes. Yeah. Who's calling? Oh. It's Cordell Father. Okay. Apologize about that, but that's gonna happen a lot, like in the next couple of days. Let me see. How do I spell? Yeah, man, you Leafy trying to be a comedian. Leafy trying to start him a comedy YouTube. No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Let me see. Sure. Oh, this is what I was going to talk about. I mean, this is not what I'm going to talk about, but I'm gonna put it out there. My niece and some of my family members, they telling me I should do a show because I cook. Like I was telling you, I cook. I'm a vegan chef and baker. And they said, and I know I could become famous off of that, but my thing is I don't want to distract from this. I love this. That's why I get mad at. That's why I get mad when no company tries to pull me in. Even Don D get mad. Don D, I think Don D get more mad than I do. I don't think it's I'm angry, but I'm like, yo, like, why nobody like try to pull me in or even ask me questions like, Poe, can we use these ideas? We like them. EA did it. Like, when Ash said what he said, that made me feel good. And not like, yo, and then when he said, I'm not gonna never take that back. And then he did take it back. I never said nothing bad about nobody in his family or nothing like that. I didn't say nothing bad about him. I guess he feel that Will is family. And I was talking about him. At first, I wasn't talking about him. But I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me get back to what I was saying. Yeah, my family and everybody want me to do a vegan cooking show. And my niece talking about investing in me. She's saying, yo, she said, you can even cause I'm like Bubba Gump. I'm like Bubba Gump. I'm like Bubba Gump when it comes to like, even when I was like, before I became vegan, I always had ideas about stuff. Always had ideas about stuff. You know how people like a lot of people say, man, I don't know if I can become a vegan, man, because I like cheese and I like fish. Vegans have cheese and not that overly processed crap that y'all be thinking. Vegans have cheese. And I know how to make, check this out. I know this is a boxing video game show, but check it out. I'm advertising myself a little bit. I can make over. See, I gotta put the numbers up there because I know me. I can make over 200 over 200 vegan cheesecakes. I can make over 150 vegan grilled cheese sandwiches. I can make chopped cheese, vegan chopped cheese, and not with all that overly processed food the way y'all be thinking and stuff. And oh yeah, I'm glad you popped in. Box Eye View. Glad you popped in. Now check this out. Salute. Your impressions, like if we saying by visuals, if we're talking about visuals, how do you compare what Steel City showed and what you saw from EA? If we talking about visuals and gameplay, like if you looking at it and somebody was playing it, which would you say is better? Yeah, I wanted this is what I wanted. I wanted Box Eye View and whoever was there. Yeah, everybody that was there. I want them to give their opinion about what they saw compared to what EA put out. Does it look like Undisputed is far ahead of what EA put out? Exactly. I don't know if you saying that to be sarcastic, like like you like get like EA what, but no, I'm talking about if you really don't understand me, I'm talking about the video, like the EA video. I mean the game, the UFC game, their visuals versus Steel City visuals. I'm talking about the UFC game, UFC 6. Their visuals versus what you saw at the Steel City event. Do you think Steel City is way ahead of what they got? All right, give me a second. We got boxing analysis in here. We got Beast in here. Beast about to pop on the show. Give me a second, Beast. Beast might be able to tell me if he had a code to play. And Beast, see, Box Out View, you too nice, man. You too nice. You said they're two different games. Visuals is visuals. Visuals is visuals. But I know what you said. But I'm saying is if we look at visual at EA game and we looking visually at the what Undisputed 2 is going to be, which would you say has better graphics? Graphics and look like you got better gameplay. Which would you say, far as combat? If we talking about combat, which would you say is better? Beast, what's up, man? I'm trying to. I gave you the link. Why you say better than Undisputed 1? I'm talking about the visual look. Do it look better than what EA put out? You asking what's better? I haven't even seen. Oh, you didn't. I thought you had. I thought you had the I thought you had the code to play it. I thought you. Yeah, I didn't get a code. But did you even get a chance to look at anybody videos? If we comparing other people's videos that they put out about the UFC game, would you, if you compare those videos to what you see, or you want to be fair, or do you want to be fair? All right, we got Beast in now. What's up, my brother? Beast, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much, man. How you feeling, man?
A little weak. I'm still 4 weeks out of surgery, but I was able to play that demo.
All right, see now you could give me some feedback then. What
I think a lot of people don't be paying attention to ESBC and what I predicted happened. UFC 6 stole the adrenaline system from ESBC and called it flow state.
Oh snap, yo!
A lot of people ain't peeped that.
But you said that before, that they was gonna probably do that. Remember?
I seen them stealing a lot of stuff in UFC 5, like the visuals, how they turn, and like Marshall Mine was complaining about, you should never see your opponent's back. They did that at first, and then they took it out the game because they want to play on the Street Fighter view, which is on left and right side.
Yeah.
The same way that you see them playing that 2D boxing game. They don't even use the angles on that 2D boxing game, but that 2D boxing game has angles. And they don't even notice that on the left side of the screen, he's orthodox, and then on the right side of the screen, he's southpaw. But if you get on the right side of the screen, you southpaw. Like, they don't even notice little stuff like that when they playing these games. These gamers that, and Box Eyes is a real boxer, but he don't be picking up on this stuff because he wasn't with ESBC from the beginning. But the flow state is like, that's the adrenaline system from when you throw 14 punches and then your BPM raises, the higher it raises, it put you in the susceptible, you can knock a person out or get knocked out. That was actually in the January 31st release when they released it, because I used to get offline and play 2 players and practice it. And when you raised your BPM, it made you susceptible to get knocked out or knock somebody out. That's in UFC 6 now.
That's crazy.
But they just changed the name to Flow State. And a lot of them don't even know that. Proxys, Marshall Mind, none of them ain't never noticed that. They ain't never noticed that. But EA Sports noticed and they stole it. Will took it out. Once he took it out, I already knew EA Sports was going to steal it because it was an amazing idea. It's never been in a game before, so now UFC done capitalize off of it. But then you can say that he gave it to EA. You know what I mean? They repatched it. You know, we've been seeing this for almost 30 years. That's what they do. They've been doing it for Madden. When the verse 2K Live used to steal from 2K, 2K would steal from Live. We've seen this throughout video game history. Ash is straight oblivious because he's new to the gaming world. So all his fresh ideas, they stealing his ideas and then put it in UFC 6. The flow state is one of the most amazing things put in the game. They're going to realize that when the game comes out. They're going to realize it. They're going to realize it because fighters can do that. They can turn it on when they want to. You're not just susceptible to a 4-punch combination. A boxer can throw a 30, 40 punch combination if they see you hurt. They could with non-stop. They see you hurt, all of a sudden that shit just kick in, what you've been hitting on the bag doing. But in the game, they just leave you stuck to 4 punches. And then he was convinced to take out the adrenaline system, and now EA Sports done revamped it and called it the flow system. So when you in the flow system, you can get a 1-punch knockout, but you also can get 1 punch. That came from ESBC Boxing Club.
I'm glad you played it though, because you know.
Yeah, that's the highlight of the game. That's the whole highlight of UFC 6 is the flow system, but they haven't caught on it yet because they never played nothing like that before. It's when you can, you know how in boxing we can turn it on, you know what I mean? Like they don't understand. Like in the amateurs, it's just high impact, it's high fast pace because they got on headgear and they're trying to score points, right? Well, guess what? Those same pro boxers used to be amateurs, so they could turn it on too like that. But when you get up in the pro world, you can't just open up like that because you could get countered by a pro. So that's why it's slow pace. But the casual looking at that, they think that that's they copy the stamina system off of what they see on TV, not actually knowing that Terrence Crawford and Canelo can just let their hands go if they wanted to, but they'll pay a price because it's a high level fighter. That's what slows down the pace of throwing punches. But while they watching it, they think that that's the actual pace of pro fighters, but it's not. It's because it's too dangerous to let your hands go up when you go up in level in boxing. Put a pro against a nigga that's got 1 fight. Put a nigga in there that got 35 pro fights and 35 and 2, and put him against somebody that got 1 fight that just a debut and see what happens. He gonna let us. Oh Lord, this chicken in peanut butter and jelly shit. I'm finna let my hands go. I'm finna see what he know. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. You know that you can't. So they stole it.
A good example is when Jokers was fighting Lomachenko. They thought they could let their hands go. Lomachenko let their butt, cause they look at Lomachenko, he fresh into the ring, and they call him so letting go. That ain't go good, and that's why and I tell people with boxing there's different levels, like a speed. You adjust with your opponent. Either y'all can have a slow fight or y'all can have a full-fledged banger. That's what the pros is. It's not, a lot of people think it's just slow. No. That's development talk. That's the developer mindset.
And the crazy part about it is, Pope, when January 28th, when the game dropped, the release, a lot of people nobody knew that but me. Nobody knew that the actual CPU at ESBC Boxing Club January 31st, and then when it was released and they did a little all day before the release party, and then we got the early access. I was already in the as soon as the game came, I went straight to offline and put 2 players, and I went to practicing. I seen that the computer was amazing. The computer was amazing. It'll knock you out in the first round. So they started complaining that the game was too hard. And then I was testing out the adrenaline system, and I was testing out, it wasn't fully in there, but I was testing out the BPM system. And what I noticed was, how is the computer knocking me out in the first round? God damn. And I was looking at the BPM system. Well, when you raise it, it made you more powerful. But if you got caught while in that, you could get knocked out. Then I would have the one player in the corner, not pushing no buttons, and I just beat on them and raise my BPM. When I raised it up to like 160, 170, I would one punch my non-existent, non-playing joystick. He not even punching. I would one punch it. They took it out the game. That is what the flow state is.
Wow.
And they none of them covering it because they never knew it about. It was so many trinkets in ESBC Boxing Club that a lot of guys who are not boxers didn't see. They didn't recognize it. Box Eyes probably would have saw it early if he came in around 2020 and he'd been around, but he's late. He's late, you know what I mean? Late to the party. So he don't really know all the different things that ESBC Boxing Club was. So I just saw that they stole the flow state. The submission system is similar, the same. The game is the fighters have actual unique punch combination and kick combinations, and they're actually unique to each fighter. I didn't get a chance to check all of them because they don't have all of them, but the ones that I saw was almost identical to the movement of the actual fighter.
What'd you think about the Philly shell? Somebody was talking about the Philly shell looked good in the game. From your perspective.
To me, that's not the Philly shell.
Exactly.
You can't do the Philly shell. The only game that got Philly shell is Undisputed. Undisputed got the real Philly shell, but it's on simulation. And a lot of guys don't even know what manual blocking is. They don't know what it is. Yeah. All they got to do is go to simulation, and then they'll see that simulation mode, Undisputed 1, has manual blocking, but they don't know that. And the only way you know that you're playing it, you won't see the health bars. You won't see the time clock. So that's when you're in manual blocking mode. So when you get in the Philly shell, you actually got to put that hand, that same shit Floyd be doing, putting his hand by his ear and putting it in front of his face to block a jab or parry a jab away right by his face, and then put it around the earmuffs. That's the Philly shell. And then you catch hooks with your shoulder.
Yeah. What you think about Philly shell? What you think about them saying there's going to be different variants of the Philly shell?
I mean, that's cool because I hope it's different variants in the sense of levels to weaknesses of that Philly shell, because James Toney, now today got the best Philly shell ever. Floyd got a variation of it, but he mixes in every guard because Floyd can do every guard. He can fight high guard. He can fight any guard. So it's not like he's a Philly shell fighter. I mean, James Toney is a Philly shell fighter. Yeah. I mean, he can do every guard too. You can go and see, but he is by far the best of this day and time in this century, the best Philly shell fighter. Shakur uses a version of the Philly shell, but the Philly shell is designed to be in the pocket, right there in the pocket. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like right in the middle of the ring. James Toney, every time he in the middle of the ring, he not on the ropes. You never see James Toney on the ropes. He does it in the middle of the ring. And that is the hardest because you can't lean back on the ropes. You can't use the ropes because if you get hit in the middle of the ring and your legs go, you get knocked down. But if you're on the ropes and you get hurt, the ropes can kind of save you from getting knocked down.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So in Floyd too, he uses it in the middle of the ring. So variants, it should be weaknesses, different levels of the Philly shell because a lot of them can't do it. They can't do it. The perfect way.
And that's what I want, like different variants of different styles, because I was like saying that in the beginning. I said there's different variants because even the original Philly shell is different from what they use. Because George Benton, he was the one that did the original Philly shell, and it's different from.
And if you excuse me, if you not games, combat games got to evolve. They still holding gamers' hand on defense.
Yeah.
In our sport or even MMA, there's no auto block. The computer is reading. Long as you push up, the computer is reading what kick or what, if there was a left kick or a right kick or a left punch or a right punch, the computer is actually reading what punch that is. When you take that away from a gamer, they're not as good. The same thing with a street fighter. A street fighter, what he would do is he'll burn his tank out with offense. He'll use his offense as his defense. So he'll bombard you with punches. But the moment he runs out of stamina and he hasn't learned defense, a street fighter does not have defense. He doesn't know how to slip punches. He doesn't know how to bob and weave. He don't know how to catch punches. He don't know how to defend himself. And gamers, every gamer can have an offensive the power. Just like I heard Box Eye say something crazy. He said something crazy to me. And he said, well, they should be able to push the button and then block. And then, you like 4 feet away, but you still holding the block. Well, let go the block, nigga. Why is you holding the fucking block button? You holding the goddamn block button. You the one 4 feet away, 20 feet away, squeezing that motherfucking block button. Let it go, nigga. Let it go. You the one holding it. He wants to hold it, and then when the animation gets away, it kind of releases and makes it look realistic, so he can hug that doggone block button the whole doggone fight. He hugs that block, but he never lets it go. That's why the game look crazy like that, because most of them don't know how to fight. They don't know how to fight, and they don't know how to play the game. They think they know how to play the game because the game is all offense, Poe, and the computer helps them, and they don't realize it. The computer is helping them. All they have to do is just imagine me with a garbage can. I wish I was in Asher Bee's office. I'll put a garbage can in front of me, then I'll put the garbage can up, and then I'll put the garbage can down. Then I'll put the garbage can up, and I'll put the garbage can down. That's the defense. How you gonna beat somebody like that in boxing? I got a garbage can, putting it up, protecting 100% of the top, and then I got a garbage can when I push down the block 100% at the bottom. So now it's a 50-50 guessing game. So now they don't have to do that much on defense. And they get to run backwards. And they get to lean back. And they get to do all the slipping and moving, plus that defense. So it's overpowered.
Right.
And it kills boxing because boxing is defense. You have to know how to protect yourself. You could be 60 years old. You could be 60. I could be 60. It's one thing we know how to do. We know how to defend ourselves.
Yup.
If we got in that rank, we know how to defend ourselves.
Yup. If I got in the ring right now, I'm gonna be blocking like for a round. Then I'm gonna like hopefully like even it off. We both be even. Yeah. You might tag.
And we know how to survive around. We know how to breathe. We might not have a great output because we're not in shape, but we familiar with the ring. We familiar with the territory in the ring. And a lot of gamers are not boxers, and they get so mad when you say that. But I was talking to Leafy offline, and I explained to him what Jay was doing and what Crooks was doing. He was like, no, man, you was beast. You was just like being disrespectful. I said, okay, let me show you what they was doing. And then I asked him, I said, ask me a UFC MMA question. And he was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And I was like, just ask me the question. And he was like, okay, how do you do a arm bar or something like that? He asked me. And I explained to him what I thought. He corrected me. And when I tell you he corrected me, Poe, he broke down the arm bar. It took about 2 minutes. He was like, you grab a leg, you put your arm around it, and you put your leg around here, and then you squeeze, and then you put your arm, you put your hand on his face. And he broke down the whole jiu-jitsu system of how you do an arm bar, how you set it up, right? And my answer was so short. I had some of it right, but he had all of it right, right? Right. I said, ask me that question again. He said, well, I'm going to ask it again. I said, ask me the same question again. So he asked me again. Okay, how do you do an arm bar? See, man, you always asking people questions. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. And then he was like, oh, I see what you saying now.
Yeah.
See, but see, when it was about MMA, he could break down every move because he understands that sport. So then I asked him, who do you play with in UFC 5? He said, everybody. I said, do you know everybody? He said, yeah, I know everybody. I said, well, who you play with at Undisputed? And he told me Usyk, Mikey Marciano, and a couple, Tyson Fury and Terrence Crawford. And I was like, you don't play with everybody. I said, what's your record? He said, you're going to laugh at me. He said, you're going to laugh at me. Listen, he said, you're going to laugh at me. I said, no, I'm not. It's a conversation. He said, 5 and 11. So a lot of these guys don't even have a good record. They don't even play the game, and they don't know boxing. But he can't explain boxing like that, Pope. But I can explain boxing like that the same way he can explain the MMA. I couldn't get in no argument with Marshall Mind about UFC 5 or jiu-jitsu because he actually can do jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Proxys actually practices the MMA. But when you correct them about our sport, they get butthurt. They get angry. They get mad.
100%. 100%.
But you don't see boxers over there telling them what the MMA is.
Yeah. This joker told me the other day, is from one of them groups is WBGC. He's like, his name Diggler or something like that. He told me they don't Steel City don't need my comments, don't need me to say anything. He was saying all this. I was like, yo, I said, what are you talking about? So you can give information, but I can't. And I said, this is literally my sport. I fought in it. So you telling me that my feedback means nothing? I've been in this community probably before you was born.
A lot of it got to do with this, bro. They all just want to win. They don't want boxers to dominate the game. They don't want to be at a disadvantage to a person like me. They don't want to be to a disadvantage to a person like me. They don't want the game. They don't want to be in the unknown because they already think they know. That's why the lean back is the craziest shit in a boxing game. The lean. You can't even lean that far back for a long time without your back hurting.
Yeah.
And if I push you, you're gonna be off balance.
Yeah. Box Our View said playing sports game analysis, there's always a red bar, which means connection will be horrible, and you probably get
maybe because Box Eye is you're in California and I'm in Ghana, Africa. Yeah, maybe that's probably a problem.
Yeah, Leafy said, I respect boxing, though I ain't disrespectful about it when it comes to stuff I don't know.
So for all y'all keep talking about red bar, I'm in Ghana, Africa. So if you're in New Jersey and I'm in Ghana, Africa, and you going, he has a red bar, you sound crazy. But the difference between me and you is that I came from the first boxing online when we had telephone online play. And you had to play with red bars. That's why I can play with it, because I have experience that you don't have. I played with DSL. I played with coupons off of the internet because my family couldn't afford internet, which was 1995. We couldn't afford it. So we would just get the little coupons for the 1 hour and and then somebody call your phone and then you lose the fight because it disconnected. Yeah. So now you got to cut your phone off so nobody don't make no phone call while you playing on the internet. Yeah. So I got all this experience, but y'all don't want to listen to the old heads that got all the experience. It took them almost 20 years to give us a boxing game, and we got old waiting.
Yeah. Leafy talking about EA will kill Undisputed 2 if they put a Zuffa boxing mode in UFC 6. I doubt it.
I believe it. Let me tell you why. Pope. I'm gonna tell you why, Pope. I'm gonna tell you why, Pope. I'm gonna tell you why. And this is what boxing games are missing. Manual blocking is so important. Let me tell you why. If you got up and down blocking, then that limits the defense. Yes or no?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, guess what UFC has? So if UFC got up and down blocking, but guess what else they got? Grappling,
Yeah.
submissions, ground game. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mount, half guard, underguard, overguard, flying. They got way more depth to their game. It's not that much depth to the boxing game. So in UFC, you got more shit to worry about. Leg kicks. Fake the leg kick, take you to the ground and find out what your weakness is. Because you ain't studied the ground game. So now I'm going to take you down to see, do you know how to do the ground game? Now I'm going to see that you practice submission games. If you good up top and you a good fighter up top, 9 out of 10, the person has a sorry ass ground game.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys reverse fight. They'll get a good top fighter that can stand up good, but they got a good ground game. But they're a ground fighter, but they'll pick a stand-up fighter because they ground game so superb with their fingers with the joystick. So you got a lot of dudes that do that, reverse. They'll reverse it. Someone get a ground guy, but they really a stand-up guy. A lot of them do that. So UFC has way more depth because the community, and I hate to say it, I'm gonna say it again, the IQ in the community is like 17%, bro. Like they got from 100% to knowing anything, they know nothing about boxing, bro. Like our community, they do not know about. It's only a few. You got Box Eyes, you got me, you got you, and then like who else that's actually been in the ring?
Would you consider CB in the community?
Who?
It's that guy CB. He's on the moderator.
But the thing is he an elite gamer?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Box Eyes is an elite gamer. He plays at a high level on any video game. Were the ones I seen him play. He was spamming though, but he was intelligently spamming on that 2D boxing game. He was intelligent. What he was doing, he was setting up the left. He was spamming the left hook to the body. He kept spamming it, and then when he saw the computer was going to try to go down and stop you, throw a standing uppercut, boom, and knock him down because he understands boxing. He kept doing it. He kept spamming to the body so he can get the computer to react. Once the computer react on the rope, he'll throw an uppercut to the top, bam. But he was spamming intelligently. And if he hear this, he know I'm exactly right because I was watching him do it. But another person wouldn't be able to understand what he was doing. He was really breaking the game with his boxing knowledge. That's what he was doing. That's why he was dominating the game and destroying the game so fast. Box Eyes when he was playing that 2D boxing game.
Oh, Bruisers, 2D Bruisers.
Yeah, when he was playing Bruisers.
Yeah. Aram said, I think Undisputed 2 will be better than UFC 6, but we'll see ultimately because results is the only thing that matter. Pressure is on SCI, though, because a lot more people in the UFC 6 has their own full styles. And you said about the styles that they got their full styles.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter if the computer is doing the defense for you. You killing boxing. You killing boxing. You making it one-sided. You making it offense. Boxing is defense. So what's the complexity of our game? What, run high, throw a combo? Run high, throw a combo? Run high, throw a combo? I mean, where's the complexity? Is he reading the punches? Does he know I'm gonna throw a 1-2-3 with 1-2-3 to a 3 to the body? So if I do a 1-2-3 and the last punch is a 3 to the body, does he know I'm gonna do that? When up and down, all he has to go is up 2 punches, down. But in manual blocking, he would have to put up the right hand. He would have to put up the straight to block the 1-2 straight, and then he would have to put the right elbow down to block the left hook. So he would have to know exactly I'm gonna throw a 1-2-3 and end it off with a 3 to the body. That's boxing. You can't just put your hands up and put your hands down and block a combination. That's why we got 6 punches. They come from different angles. So you taking the angle system out of boxing. So there's no cross, like the Christian cross. There's no center line because you took it out the game. And every punch is on that center line. The jabs come up the center line and the uppercuts come up the center line. The only punches that come across are the hooks.
Yeah. Box Eye View said, yes, it looks like they were leaning towards manual blocking with the gameplay and defensive moves. I saw it in Undisputed too.
Well, that's good news. Then we got complexity. If we got defensive complexity, then yes, it can compete. Because there's not just one way you can play UFC. If a guy is good at up and down blocking, you can grab his ass and push his ass to the gate and turn this into a gate fight. That's what makes UFC so deep. But if this guy is weak in that area and he didn't practice how to stop the Muay Thai or the grappling game, he cooked.
Yeah.
It's over for him. Some of them just quit. They just rage quit, man. Fuck this shit. I ain't trying to be wrestling on the ground, get booty, man. You like you humping all on me, man. They don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know they say this shit all the time, bro. You know they say this shit all the time.
Yeah, I hate the grappling part. I'm talking about in real life. I hate grappling.
Let me tell you this, bro. And when UFC was out with Zuffa, I think it was around 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. Poe, I will tell you this. I played that game. Undisputed. The real Undisputed. UFC.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Okay, I played Undisputed. And it pisses me off. Why would you even use an Undisputed name that was already used for Zuffa? Like, this shit. I mean, apologies to Will for, making fun of him mental, but I have no regrets of his pugilistic and his boxing knowledge. I think he don't know what he's talking about when it comes to boxing pugilistically. But anyways, why would you even copy that game's name when that game was the most super UFC game ever made? But anyways, when I played online, guess what my record was, Bo?
What?
1 win and 363 losses.
Damn. But you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it because I would beat the shit out of niggas on the top with them hands, right? But they'll grab me and put me on that fucking grind. I was lost. I ain't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
I won 1 fight, and it was a knockout, because you can get knockouts. You can get flash knockouts on that game. I won 1 fight on that game and lost 360. I had a headache because I couldn't figure out that ground game. But now I understand the ground game. I understand the open guard. I understand the half guard. I understand the full guard. I understand these moves. I'm not better than Praxis and them. I'm not better than Marshall Mine. What they really want, bro, is a kickboxing game, bro. They don't really want no MMA game. They want a kickboxing game, bro. Huh?
That's what I be seeing. That's what I be thinking too when I be seeing certain things. I think that's
what they want in the UFC, because you complain about the submission system. You complain about, even when you grab a nigga, they get mad. Like, it's a part of your sport. Why are you getting mad? Just make a kickboxing game, EA, and just give them a kickboxing game, because that's what they want. All of them. Nap, whatever his name, UFC, App, Nap. I've destroyed him. I've destroyed him at Undisputed. I made him didn't even want to play anymore. I recorded it, but I never put it up. But UFC, because I didn't think it was he a UFC guy, so I ain't put it up. But UFC got Naz, UFC Naz, whatever his name is.
That joker made me mad. I'm like, they really invited him. They really invited that joker.
But bro, he cold at that UFC shit. There's a lot of guys that was playing that Undisputed.
Steel City invited him and another UFC guy to the event.
You already know who in control of that. The MMA guys is infiltrating Undisputed with their UFC knowledge, coming into our sport and destroying our sport. That's what they doing, bro.
Yeah, because that was weird. I was like, yo.
Box Eyes could be the savior, But you know, he got the attitude of, you know, guys, I'm just trying to be a cool dude, you know, man, I'm trying to start nothing, man. You know, I'm a commuter, I'm just a cool guy. I'm just, you know, like to have fun and, you know, be a comedian and, I'm just that kind of guy. I'm just a cool guy. So, you know, I ain't gonna, you know, you don't want to in there step on nobody's toes and tell them they don't know what the fuck they be talking about. I know he know that they don't know what the fuck they be talking about, but he don't say nothing because he don't want to be disliked. Because he's outnumbered by a whole bunch of people. And then Crawford, who is actually a professional boxer, and Teofimo, they not gamers.
No, Teal gamer. He was saying
no, he's not no elite gamer. He not no elite gamer, Pope.
No,
I'm talking
about Box Eyes.
Box Eyes done been on the undisputed list. Box Eyes done been. Yeah, I watch you, big dog. Box Eyes probably got 7 different accounts and done been platinum, undisputed several times, just like me. He's an elite player. A lot of them guys, that's why you think he won the tournament. It was like taking candy from a baby. Why you think he won that tournament? He wasn't playing against platinum guys. If I'd have been there, it wouldn't have been that easy because I took it easy. I ain't even blocked when I played him because I didn't want to beat him. And then they're like, you cheesed him. You cheesed him. I ain't want to hear that shit. So I took it easy on them because that's what they did to me when I beat Boxing Fanatico. So I knew that they liked Box Eyes. That's why I ain't beat him. That's why I ain't blocked. But I wanted to show Box Eyes. Box Eyes knew I had skills on the other side of that joystick, but he wasn't going to say nothing. He knew it because he knew I wasn't even blocking. And he was terrified. He wasn't even coming down on me. I was boxing his head off. My shit looked way prettier than him. He was sitting up there looking arcadey. Go back and watch the fight and you tell me who looked like a boxer and who don't. He won the fight, but I looked like the boxer up in there. I'm the one who was jabbing off it with Buster Douglas. I had that shit looking silky, pretty. I wasn't even blocking. He had like 300 and some blocks. And that, you know what that 300 and some blocks was at the end of the fight when you look at the tail of the tape? Or that blocking was for manual blocking to count how many punches you manually blocked. That's what that was for. So it got changed. Everything got changed. And he not standing up saying anything. He's the most knowledgeable guy in there because he can do both. He's me and you, but he's being like the docile guy that don't want to be hated because he knows more than them. I know he know more. I watched the way he play. He know more than them, but he won't say nothing. And it's crazy that he's the only one. Box Eyes is the only one. None of them niggas don't know nothing about no boxing. And none of them can't beat him. Me and Sosa can beat him. He know that. He know me and Sosa can beat him. He know I can beat him. He know it. But they not on our level because I done been undisputed 20 to 30 times. None of them ain't never been undisputed. None of them, Pope. They ain't never been platinum. They ain't never been platinum 1. They ain't never been undisputed several times. When you be undisputed several times, I mean, you done got 200 points. Like so many times, you got so many points. That's what put you up on the level. I'm number 6 in the world, number 3 in the world. None of them ain't never accomplished that before. So they not elite gamers, Pope. They not elite. But Box Eyes is. And they know they can't mess with him, but they glad that he's quiet and he don't say nothing. He barely says anything. But he needs to be a little bit more vocal. Now, if Box Eyes was in there helping with the mocap and all that stuff, I would be happy because he can do both. He can play it, and that nigga can fight for real. He kind of got a style like Bivol. He an in and out boxer. And he jittery. He real jittery. He jump in. He fight just the way he play that game. He jump in, he jump out, kind of like Bivol. Got that pendulum type of style. That's how he fight. I watch how he fight, and he understand the mitts, and he understand boxing. He's a boxer, and he done had, I think, about 6 or 7 open pro fights. Box Eyes don't have pro fights. You see what I'm saying? And they don't even know it. Like, that's their gym. Box Eyes is the gym. And I don't mean GYM, I mean GEM. He's the gym that Steel City needs to use because he understands boxing and video games. He's just not vocal. In box eyes, you didn't think I knew that or felt like that about you. I just tell the truth, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with trying to big you up or anything. I'm just telling the truth, bro. But if it feels good, then it feels good. But if you get out of line, it's gonna also feel bad because I'm just gonna tell the truth. But what I just said is just the honest truth about you, bro. You really the gem for Undisputed. You just not vocal. You don't say nothing. You know, you care more about being liked than disliked.
Let me see. What's Calm said, let me see. Crook said, what's up? Oh, he's saying what's up to me. Crook's in here. And Box Eye View said, if I get the opportunity to play the game early, then I can get more actual useful feedback. Nah, it's all love, SGA. You just talk crazy to me sometimes, laughing out loud.
But that wasn't crazy what I just said.
Yeah, I don't think he meant it the way, you know.
No, I know what he mean. I know what he mean. He's talking about in past stuff like that. But you know, it's social media, and I mean, I come from the South where we trash talk, and you from California. I'm from the South, so it's just two different cultures. We got two different cultures. Cause I be listening to you, really Cali dude. I be listening to you how you talk. You really from California, like you really from Cali. But yeah, man, really the gym over there, bro. Like you need to be a little bit more vocal about the game is pushing the game to like 2K. You know, stop letting. I don't know how old you are, but they've been disrespecting our sport. And Poe will tell you this for years, for almost 40 years, bro. And we seen it because our age, like we seen it. Like it's always a gimmick. It's always a gimmick, bro. It's always a gimmick. Yeah. It's always a gimmick. They feel like they got to put a gimmick, but the developers don't know boxing either. So they get butt hurt just like Crooks, just like JMMA. They get butt hurt when you start talking about real boxing. It's the same thing as the commentators. When you listen to a commentator, like on HBO Boxing, Jim Lampley and the other guy, when George Foreman and Roy Jones would correct them, they would get mad. And Emmanuel Stewart would correct them, they would get mad because they didn't want them talking that technical boxing shit. That's how they look at that. Yeah. They look at it as technical boxing shit. And it's just disrespectful to our sport, bro. Like a lot of them disrespectful to Crooks. All of them, they disrespectful to they really MMA guys. You know, they just over here for the clicks. They over here for the money, bro. They don't know nothing about the sport because you got boxing books online. You can learn about the sport. You can learn about the pugilistic art by just reading. They ain't putting that time in. And then when I call them out, they get mad and call me the devil. Oh, I don't like this guy. Because I'm telling the truth. You don't know our sport, bro. And we trying to grow our sport. Me and Poe care about the sport of boxing. Y'all care about the fighting. We care about the sport.
Crooks told me to say, he said, tell Beast I said what's up too. No hate.
It's all love. You know what I mean? All you got to do is you can go to Coach Anthony and buy that $39.99 video and just learn boxing just by watching, take notes, bro. Then when you come back, then you're gonna see what I'm saying. But if you don't never do that, you talking to a surgeon and you don't even go to school, you ain't even in medical school. You're not even in medical school. You go to school for construction. Because when it comes to pugilistic with the hands, the MMA don't have there's not one cold ass boxer in the UFC. Y'all think the best boxer in the UFC will get destroyed by an amateur boxer. He will get destroyed.
Hold on, let me read this real quick. Boxer, nah, man, don't say that, man. Don't say that. Boxer said, even if I've boxed, I never see myself better than anyone because we are all part of the community and we all have our own point of view. I'm never bigger than anyone or the program. That's not how they feel about the UFC. That's not how they feel about the UFC.
Go over there talking about their sport and see what happens. But guess what, Box Eyes? you know that you don't know the MMA and you don't follow it like that. So therefore, you don't speak on it. I don't see you doing videos on the UFC. But they come to our sport and got all this talk and all this mouth. But you don't see no boxing heads over there telling them about their sport.
Yeah, they get butt. I mean, a lot of people get butthurt when I say something about boxing. I'm giving feedback. I got all these I like scripts and everything. I'm like, I got scripts. I was like, I'm not just giving regular ideas. You know, I'm breaking things down. And they, oh, they don't need you and stuff like that. Like, yo, how you gonna tell somebody what they need from me? I said, I box. And people be like, no, let the team make it. The teams take instructions from athletes. But they don't want, they saying that because they don't want me to say anything.
Watch this, prime example. 2D Boxing Bruisers didn't take any advice from any fans. They just built their boxing game. Guess what they saying? That is the best 2D boxing game ever made. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that game has complexity. Even though it got up and down blocking, it still got complexity. It's a different mechanic system. Because if you throw a power shot, it'll leave you open so long that you can get knocked down. And you can get knocked out because it's off of attributes of you getting up, and it's not a get up game. So if you don't have enough heart, you're not going to get up in that game. So it leaves suspense because you don't know if you might not get up. You might not get up in that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but they calling it the best sports 2D boxing game ever made. But they didn't get no feedback from nobody. And he got everything. He ain't got nobody in there talking like Ty Grisham. He be calling the fight.
Yeah.
The commentator be calling the fight if you listen to it. And and what you said, Box Eyes, don't make sense. Because you said ain't nobody bigger than the program. And so you mean to tell me a person that doesn't ride a motorcycle, right? It doesn't ride a motorcycle. We're talking about motorcycle, but he's a gardener, but you're going to allow him to have an opinion about a motorcycle game that we're trying to build. That just don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense, bro.
Yeah.
People need to stay in their lane, bro. They need to stay in their lane. They don't want to stay in their lane. This is not your lane.
I remember back in the day when we used to be in the Discord.
You got to tell Box Eye he the best. You the best, bro. You got the. But let me tell you something. He passive aggressive too. Box Eye's passive aggressive. Then tell me why you always put that fucking green belt while you fighting, nigga. Why you always show that green belt, nigga? You always had that green belt, that undisputed WBC green belt, nigga. He passive aggressive. I've been saying that about him. He passive aggressive. I'm a nice guy, and that nigga kill you. He type of nigga to take your ass to the club and murder your motherfucking ass. That's how the niggas is. That's how
I'm laughing because check it out. I'm laughing because I watch Box Eye View play Arc Raiders. And I said, yo, I be laughing because when you say that, I associate that with Arc Raiders.
That nigga's passive aggressive. That nigga kill you, man. And he was in the military, so he know a lot about guns. That nigga kill you.
Passive aggressive when he
told me. Let me tell you, Poe, get what that nigga told me. He talking all that passive, everybody's good, all this, right? That nigga told me, where you at? What's your address? Meet me in Cali. He want me to come to his gym so he could beat my ass.
What up?
You feel me? So stop with the passive aggressive, bro. Be your thing, bro. Stop with this passive aggressive.
No, this cool.
You gotta be evil and mean, bro. You the captain, bro. You the best. You better than all of them, bro. Stop speaking up for the boxing, bro. Stop attacking me. That nigga want to kick my ass. Like, so where you at? Where your address at, bitch? Where you at? I'm at the gym in California. Pull up. He wanted me to pull up. That don't sound like the nice guy that he be promoting. All guys, I just want to be, I'm cool with everybody. They want to kick my ass though.
Crooks in here. We want to
Oh, I heard you. All right. Thanks for shut up.
Yo, what's up, Crooks?
What's going on? What's going on?
Not much.
I'm hopping out here real quick before I fucking go live real quick.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let Crooks take the floor. Box Eyes, undisputed leaders, they need a leader, bro. The community need a leader, bro. I fucked my chance up being a leader. You the last of the Mohicans, bro. You the only undisputed player. You the only person that do it both. You done been in the military, shit, nigga. You can help with Call of Duty, nigga. I mean, you got talent. Nigga been in the military too. Oh, I do my research on the nigga. And he can box. And he had pro fights. The community needs a leader, and that leader is you, Box Eyes. They don't want to listen to me and Poe. I messed up my chances by cursing and calling Will out and all that. Okay, I accept. I'm done. I'm cooked. Poe, they don't like, he too old. And he don't really play the game. So, but Box Eyes, you are the leader, bro. Wear your crown. You do wear your crown in the video because you make sure niggas see that green belt, nigga. You make sure niggas see that green belt, nigga. So stop with the bullshit. I'm the champion. Stop fucking playing with me.
Let me see.
Go ahead, Crook. You can take push mute and listen to the
Nah, you good. Nah, I actually jumped in here because I want to talk to you, bruh. Because you in here.
Go ahead, my guy.
And just more to clarify something to you.
Go ahead.
I don't have an issue with you, bro. Like I really don't. I mean, I've seen you make videos on me and whatever. I think that shit's funny. I would laugh, but I don't have any issue with listening because I listen to everybody. I listen to Poe. Me and Poe haven't always seen eye to eye on things, but I know that he knows shit that I don't know. And Box knows shit that I don't know. That's why I listen to him too. It's not my issue with you is not what you're saying and trying to go against what you're saying, because I haven't sat down and had a conversation with you other than us being on this podcast together, really, to really hear your experience. It's just the way you go about communicating with people, bro. I think that just, you know what I'm saying? And I realize obviously we grow up in different ways, but it's like I was telling Poe and Abram the last time we were in here, right? You have to deal with people as people first. And at the end of the day, we're all men, bro. So the second you start like talking down to people and start trying to make people feel like they're stupid, that's where it starts to become a little bit of an issue. You can teach somebody without making them feel like they're like kind of belittling them or making them feel like they're less than because they don't know what they're talking about. Like if you have a lot of experience, then teach it, bro. We're here to listen to you. The whole community does a really good job of listening. Speaking for myself, like I listen to everybody. I listen to Poe. I listen to Aram. I listen to you. Like, you know, I listen to Box. I listen to everybody, bro. So maybe just adjust the way that you come across to people. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get your message through a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that countless times. I've heard that countless times throughout my years. I'm 52 years old. I've heard it countless times. If I said, you stupid motherfucker, and I got $2 million in a suitcase, I got $2 million. I said, you stupid faggot motherfucker, take this motherfucking suitcase. You're going to say, no, it's the way you talk to me. I don't want the money at all. Are you going to take the suitcase?
Me personally?
Yeah,
me personally? Are you talking me personally?
Yeah,
nah, bro. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna ask you what your problem is first.
No. Let me revise this again so you can understand the actual scenario. I got $2 million that I want to give you. It's cash. I open up the suitcase, but before I give it to you, I insult you and say, bitch, I can take this motherfucking goddamn money. What you gonna say? I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't want the money.
No, I probably ain't gonna take the money. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. Now watch this, crook. I got to call you out. That's bullshit. You gonna take the money?
Let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because where I come from, and maybe it's different where you come from, but I don't just do shit. I don't make decisions on me just based off of money. Like
So you wouldn't take $2 million because I insulted you, but the money is already yours, and I got it handed out to you. You're gonna say I don't want it because you insulted me first.
Okay, so let me counter this with a question to you.
Okay.
If I walked up to you and let's take the $2 million off the plate, right? Let's say I give you $100. I'd be like, hey, bro, you a stupid motherfucker. Take this motherfucking $100.
I'm gonna take
Your
the
first
$100.
instinct, your first instinct isn't gonna be to
I'm
take the
going
money.
to take the $100 and walk off.
No, hold on. But in your mind, what I'm trying to get at, your first thing that's gonna come is, wait, why'd you just call me a stupid ass motherfucker? Because of being a man first. Like you're gonna wonder, like, hey, bro, what the fuck you talking to me?
I'm not gonna be a man
you
first,
is, bro.
No,
Everybody's a man first. Wait, what you talking about, bro? You a man first, B. That's not true, bro. That's not true. You gonna think about it, bro.
If I see a motherfucker say stupid motherfucker, let me tell you why. Let me teach you something, young buck. Let me teach you something. When you go to the military, do you think they talk to you nice?
Oh no, we all know that. We all know.
Okay. But watch this. What is the benefit of putting up with those insults? What's the benefit?
Because you get something out of the end of it.
Which, like what? What you get?
Depending on who you are, it's very person specific.
No. I mean, in the military, what do you get?
I'm not in the military, so I don't really know what they would
get. Okay, let me tell you what you get. You get insurance.
Hey, look, if your box said he's not taking it.
Yeah, he going with the flow. He taking it. You know why I know he taking it? Because he went to the military. You know how I know he full of shit? Because he is in a boxing gym, and they do not talk to you nice in a boxing gym. Stay your ass off the motherfucker. Keep your goddamn hands up. But they do not.
Situation because they sign up for that. Like, you know what you're signing up for. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. It's not like blindsided, like how both of our examples of $2 million or $100. Well, you right. Some people will be blindsided by that. But if a nigga walked up to me and said, "Bitch ass nigga, take the $100," and I'm like, "You for real?" He be like, "Yeah, bitch ass nigga, take the $100. I'm gonna take the $100. Appreciate it, nigga."
Yeah.
I see what you get. I see what you get. I see what you get.
You mistook the way he was saying it, because some people, like, if they know you and they just, because you looking at it as that person don't know me, he just call me out. But it's people that did that to me. They be like, and I'm looking at them. At first, I look at them weird, but I'm trying to see how they say it.
He's also paying me to take the insult. Yeah. He ain't just getting it for free.
Yeah, he just getting it to me. But like, hey, but he's joking. Like my brothers used to say stuff like that, man. And I'm like, I take the money, still saying, man, I mean, yo, man, why you calling me that, man? And they be, man, take the money, man. Stop overthinking stuff.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Here would be a point. Maybe maybe a different perspective, right? Just because that's the way that you would take it doesn't mean that that's the way everybody else takes it. Yeah, so you can't put what you expect and what you would take on the other people.
And you 100% right about that. Let me ask you a question. Don't lie, bro. Don't lie. Have you ever been in any combat sport and has competed against other people that's trying to take your head?
Hold on. Actually, I don't even need to lie, because if you've watched what you were just saying about box, it's completely true, and box knows that, because I give box credit all the time, bro. I give him credit all the time, and this is why I'm saying I don't have any issue with what you're saying.
No, I'm saying, have you been in any combat?
I am going to answer the question. Hold on.
Okay, fine. Okay,
I have always been one of the people, right, that I always defer, and that's why I listen to Poe. Because Poe has experience in gaming, in the gaming world that I don't have. So I'm always going to listen to what he has to say. I might not agree with it, but I'll be like, okay, like, he might have a point. And then I go and I ask questions to people that are in the industry that, okay, he says this, is this true? And going and getting different experiences. So I've said this plenty of times, bro. I've never, people have asked me on my stream, have you ever boxed? Told them, no, I've never boxed. I've never boxed amateur. I've never boxed professionally. I've never have. So when people are telling me things, and I sit, obviously you guys don't know this, but
have you ever been in any combat sport? Karate, martial arts?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to train jujitsu a little bit, but I've never been for what you're asking about the boxing world. No, in a
But
competitive,
jujitsu is
in a
kind of like,
competitive.
okay, tap tap, you got me, type of shit. I'm talking about combat sport, and you getting kicked or punched in the
Hey, brother,
face,
I
and
don't
you
know if you,
competing.
I don't know. Well, you probably never have done jujitsu. Jujitsu isn't just tap tap, bro.
No, I mean, like,
That's
but getting
what
punched in it, but you could tap and say you got me. Come on, bro. That's what jujitsu is, especially if you learning tap tap. Yeah, you got me. Come on, bro.
yeah, there's a little bit
Talking
more
about
that
the
goes
point
into that.
system. He talking about the point
Yeah,
system.
yeah. I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
getting
yeah,
punched in the
yeah,
face,
yeah,
bro. Getting
yeah,
punched
yeah,
and
yeah.
kicked
Yeah,
and
no, 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 no.
physically.
I
Yeah.
have said on plenty of occasions when people have asked me if I've boxed. No, I've never boxed, and that's why I defer to people that have experience in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a homie that named Harvey Dent that actually did box. That I ask him a lot of questions, bro. Like I'll be like, hey, like what is this? Like what's going on with this? I'll ask box. I mean, I don't sit here and have discussions with
Like,
box.
I wouldn't argue with you about jujitsu. I would have way more questions with you about jujitsu. Now I know. I know Marshall Mine's a brown belt. I don't know what he is now. He could be a black belt by now, but last time I checked, he was a brown belt in
Yeah,
jujitsu.
yeah.
So you would never ever hear me speak on jujitsu. Like I'm not like, because I feel like that's ignorant. Speaking on something that I don't know. So I would never do that. Like I would never like try to out talk to somebody who knows the ground game. I would be listening more than I'm talking. I wouldn't care how they talking because I would know that I don't know nothing about that. That's not my lane. The thing about this community is that they don't know nothing about the sport. The problem with boxing is, here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem. I don't know if you saw Shakur and Conor Ben arguing. You saw them arguing?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, here's a nugget for you so you can understand boxing. Shakur said, I'm a boxer. And what Conor say he is?
Are you talking about when they were sitting on the Ariel Helwani show when they were going back and forth after?
Sure, exactly, sure.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I can't remember exactly what he said, but
he said,
I'm a fighter.
He said, I'm a fighter. Okay. A fighter is different from a boxer.
Yeah.
So a fighter, listen, a fighter is way more understandable to a casual. A boxer is a scientist in boxing. That is your scientist. But sometimes the fighter can beat the scientist.
Yeah.
That is what
That's true.
That is what, yes, because Rocky wasn't no scientist. Apollo Creed was. But who got all the love? Rocky. Because Rocky was a fan favorite. That's a fighter, which they call a brawler. That's like a fighter.
He
because like guess what most street fighters know how to do? They know how to fight.
You can relate to him. You can relate to him better than you could a boxer.
Fact, you can relate to it. Exactly. You can relate to a fighter quicker than you can relate to a scientist. A scientist. So now when we talk, me and Poe talk, or Box Eyes really let it go and stop trying to be passive aggressive, he can talk that science. But he know he'll be hated for talking that science, so I don't say nothing. Boxers do it. When they was on there with Showbiz, man, Shakur was looking at show. I know Poe saw it and I saw it. Yeah. Shakur was looking at Showbiz the adult like he was crazy when they was going over film. He was missing a lot of shit that Shakur was trying to tell him. Teofimo too. He was looking crazy, bro, because he was like a fish out of the water. And I knew exactly what.
I've been sitting there for years. Showbiz got a lot of holy. He's just a good talker. He's just a great talker.
And has a tremendous amount of love for boxing and passion.
And he's like turning super casual, like with his the way he talk about things. I'm like, yo, what happened to you?
Because it depletes. Poe, it depletes when you really not no scientist. You can see when he hit the bag. The first punch that a casual or a fighter throws is what, Crooks? Do you know?
Your boy, your cousin in here.
Hey, Crooks, you know the first punch that a fighter throws versus a boxer? When the round goes ding, 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 and the two professionals come out, you know the first punch they throw? A fighter throws a hook, and that lets you know his identity when he starts throwing hooks. A professional scientist boxer throws a jab.
Yeah, I know exactly how you're gonna fight. If he throw the hook first, I did it. Even though I know how to box, I did it. That shows you exactly.
My bad.
What'd you say?
The first punch,
No,
the
I just
first
came back. I
punch.
had my mic on mute.
When I watched you play Rocky Legends, right? When you was playing Rocky, you was playing the Rocky game, right? You was trying to play that game like you was playing Undisputed. I saw you. I saw the punch combinations you was throwing, and it wasn't working. You was like, "Hey, man, what the fuck is going on?" You wasn't. That's a whole different type of boxing game. But if you understood the science of boxing, you could play any boxing game. But I know you didn't understand boxing because I seen you trying to do certain things that you did in Undisputed. It wasn't working in that game, and I was just laughing because the computer was piecing you up like.
Well, that
and you didn't understand.
To be fair though, that game, the controls are a lot different. So getting adjusted to that shit in itself was tough.
But you was trying to do moves that I seen you do on Undisputed.
I was trying to figure it out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I saw you, bro. I watched you. I mean, I watched you. I got eyes.
But to go back to what you were, a point that you just said right now, right?
with
Shakur and Showbiz. You said Shakur was trying to break down stuff to Showbiz that Showbiz wasn't seeing, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Right. So it feeds into what you're saying is true, right? What you're saying is true, and it's true what you're saying, right? But also, what I want to add on is if we go back and look at it, how was Teofimo and how was Shakur relating that information?
They didn't, because it's a different element. I have no check to lose. He doesn't want to lose fans because that'll fuck up his gate. Okay. So he doesn't.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so that's true. Yeah. But at the same time, if you were to walk up to Shakur and Shakur is breaking something down to you, you think he's just gonna be an asshole to you?
We would speak the same language, so we wouldn't even get to argument.
All right, let's say, okay, we'll use me as an example then. We'll use me as an example. If I go up and I'm like, hey, and we're breaking down film, and I'm missing the points, some of the things that he's telling me is going over my head. You think he's gonna tell me like, "Hey, you stupid motherfucker," and start trying to say all this shit to me? Or when
I talk, that's how y'all feel that I say. My words be so, my boxing intelligence be so. Y'all think I said that?
I'm not even talking about.
But I'm just saying, you said you stupid mother. Listen, you just said you stupid motherfucker. You don't know what you're talking about. I've never said that to you.
No. I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just asking you. Do you think Shakur would say that?
Of course not, because it's on TV. Even a trainer wouldn't say that.
If we're off TV, even a trainer, we're watching film.
Listen, even a trainer wouldn't say that to you. He would talk harshly to you, but he wouldn't call you no stupid motherfucker, unless you just complete garbage, like you just like what we call a bum. Do you know what a bum is in boxing?
No, what is a bum in boxing?
A bum is somebody who does not technically know the sport. They do the punches wrong, they throw jabs wrong, they do everything wrong, and we call them.
And they don't listen. And they don't listen.
So they're they're not open to receiving information.
Yeah. No.
Would that be a bum?
They throw the jab. Listen, you can practice doing the wrong thing 100,000 times. What Rolly does is wrong in boxing. I'm telling you that. But he's successful.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that.
But he's successful, and that's the dynamic in boxing, because a fighter can beat a scientist, and that's what makes the ebb and flow of boxing, and that's what keeps the scientist under the hood. But the best scientist is who? Who's the best scientist ever lived in boxing? Who's the best scientist?
Floyd
Mayweather. Exactly. Even better than Ali.
So back to what the point that I was getting to, right? When I asked you that question is, it goes back to what I was just explaining to you a little bit ago, right? Shakur doesn't talk to people like that because he realizes people don't know what they don't know.
So established that he has a gate and he has pay-per-view and he has stuff to lose.
But I'm talking about but I asked you the question, do you think that he would say that even if you were off TV?
No. If you was in his gym,
No, I heard him go off on people online on Twitter sometimes he go off on them when they like say some, like, I guess it's more so them attacking him, like the way he fights.
Yeah. Like if he was in a gym, if he was in a gym, it's a different personality when you. But all the boxers in there killers, Crook. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. But back to
guess who's just like me. Guess who, listen, I'm gonna show you somebody you didn't name. Guess who's just like me, but he don't do that. Crawford, nigga.
Yeah, I seen Crawford act a fool in the gym. Look when he was in the gym with what's his name, Devin Haney. Then he snatched up Devin Haney partner, playing with him. Well, he wasn't playing with him. He snatched him up, and Devin Haney got mad.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
So when they look at y'all, when they look at you, he looking at you as a civilian. I could literally make Crawford mad, nigga. I could say, you know what I could say to Crawford? I could say to Crawford to make him mad. I could say Crawford. I said, Crawford, really, you the best in the world, but you really a coward. You really ain't on the same level as Canelo because you went up there and you fought him. You already know when the lightest weight fight, so you just took that fight, but you can't beat the same fight. You can't beat the same fight as that Canelo beat. You're not finna fight no fucking Bivol. You got a big fight with Benavidez because you beat his younger brother. You could have took that fight, but you didn't. But Canelo took on giants. So what you did was, make that nigga mad, boy.
Okay, so check this out though. Back to what your point, exactly what the point that you just made, right? Yeah. If I was to walk up to Terrence Crawford and we're sitting there and we're reviewing film, he's not gonna go off on me because he knows I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? His first instinct is going to be like, that's not what's happening here. This is what's happening here. Now, if I don't listen to him and I continue to try to argue with him, that's a totally different thing. You're arguing with somebody
like when he really starts.
Okay, he'll go off on you. Yeah, he'll go off on you, right? But his first instinct is to correct you and be like, hey, you know what? This is how this is, bro. Like, and he doesn't lose his cool with you because he knows you don't know what you're talking about. So that's more of what I'm getting at. That's more of what I'm getting at.
You know who actually does that? You know who actually does that? Poe. Crook. I had to be the villain. Let me ask you a question. Who's more popular, me or Poe?
I don't know.
See? Hey, that's not fair. Okay, all right, cool.
I don't know who's more popular.
He's more popular than me.
He don't know. See what I'm saying?
Are we going like what do you mean by more popular?
Come on, man.
Like in terms of subscribers on YouTube? Is that what you're talking about?
Subscribers. Nigga, I'm the most.
Hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Nigga, I'm fucking Thanos. I'm Thanos of the community, bro. Come on, man.
Box out view in the chat.
But
on the he trying to talk.
Crooks. I had to do that to get the attention so they can listen. So I knew talking like that people would come to my channel because I seen Poe doing this for years, talking calm and being nice, that shit wasn't working. So when I got, but in the Discord, I never used profanity. Ask Poe. I never cursed. I never cussed nobody out. I only showed videos of boxing. Didn't I, Poe?
Yeah.
I never cursed nobody out and still was hated. I never insulted nobody. I would say, that's wrong. This is a pull counter. Let me show you a video. This is a real uppercut, and I'll show them a video. Wouldn't I do that, Poe?
Yeah. It was
still hate. So when I started making my video, I was like, shit, they gonna hate me anyway. So
can I ask you a question? So is the persona of you going off on people, is that an act or is that truly who you are?
I showed two different. I just showed you before you came to the Discord because you wasn't in there when I was in there, right?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so you came later. All right. Mm-hmm. So when I was in there, I'm gonna say this again. I never used profanity. I never insulted anybody. Period. Never. Study did. He would say, "Bitch, shit, faggot," or whatever. This nigga would do all type of crazy shit, and nobody would say nothing. Mm-hmm. I never used profanity. Even Boxing Fanatical cursed me out with profanity. I've never done that.
The answer directly to my
question. No, I'm making a point. Let me finish making my point. Let me finish making my point, bro. I'm answering your question. You don't want to hear the answer.
No, I'm trying to get the answer out of what you're saying.
In the Discord, I never used profanity or insulted anyone. The only thing I would do was pull up boxing facts because you had to type, and I thought I thought people would succumb to the truth when they see video proof.
Mm-hmm.
So when they would see video proof, there would be no argument. That means I'm right because I'm showing proof of what I'm saying. So I would use that as my weapon. I didn't need to curse. I didn't need to insult.
Mm-hmm.
But when I seen the community still turned on me, when they turned on me, it's because I beat Boxing Fanatical when the game first came out. And we was arguing. We played Fight Night Champion. See, you don't know the history. We played Fight Night Champion, and I beat Fanatico 5 times in a row. And then he just stopped playing. He said, okay, we'll meet on ESBC. So then when we listen.
So what I'm getting out of what you just said right now, because you're kind of going on a little bit.
I'm
So I
not
just
really
want to make sure
going
that
off on a
I'm getting
tangent.
it. No, you're not going off on a tangent. But I want to make sure that what I'm getting out of what you're saying,
what I'm proving to you is that I wasn't always an asshole and still was hated, my guy. That's the point I'm making.
You became an asshole so people could listen to you.
No, I just showed my nigga ghetto side.
So you did that so people would listen to you?
No, I did it out of anger. I mean, that's a part of, listen, you asked me a question, I'm answering you. I can be an intelligent person. I don't have to use any profanity at all. Like now, if you record this, if you rewind this conversation, I haven't used any profanity. So I have another personality, bro. I'm married to a fucking goddamn teacher that's got a PhD, nigga. You can't be a dummy and have a wife that has a PhD, nigga. But I can go there and become this ignorant ghetto nigga if I want to. So when I became that, he was more popular than the intelligent guy.
Yeah, because people feed off negativity. That's why. That's why people, honestly, and that's why people give you attention, because everybody.
Now, people give me attention because I was putting out them facts too, and I knew what the hell I was talking about.
Well, here's the thing: is people initially why they're drawn to you is because of the negativity, and that's what people like.
You know Ryan Reynolds? I mean, do you know Ryan Moody? You know Ryan Moody?
I don't.
Do you know who Ryan? He's a YouTuber. You know Ryan Moody? He talks about football. He talks about Madden. He talks just like me.
No, I don't know.
You know the Angry Fan. You know him? He's a YouTuber.
I've heard of him. I've never watched any of his stuff.
Okay. You got the Angry Sports Fan. He covers basketball. You should hear how he be talking about Bronny James and LeBron and all them coaches. He talk just like how I be talking. Guess what? He has a huge channel. But you know what? Why he talking like this? Why he talking the same way I'm talking? He's showing video proof and breaking down the game of basketball the same way I do. My videos way better than your videos when it comes to boxing. You don't have a video that can compare to none of my videos when I break down boxing, bro. My
videos aren't about breaking down boxing though.
I know you're the newscast, and I beat you up and I said that's your lane, and you're doing a great job at that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying though. You're saying that my videos were in two different realms. You're breaking down videos.
You know who videos better than mine? You know who videos better than mine for breaking down boxing? Poe. Poe got way better videos than my videos breaking down boxing.
Okay, so I don't know what you were trying to get.
They got like 5 views, 7 views. So when it comes to the science, crook, don't nobody want to hear that shit. They want to hear Rocky. Power shot, block counter, power shot, left or uppercut to the body, run around, get points. Oh, I got the first 3 rounds. I'm winning.
My box over there looking clean.
What up, boys?
What's going on?
What up, Crooks? What up, Poe?
What's popping?
What's popping, my boy? I'm just listening, man. Shit, you want me to talk sometimes? God damn, you talking a lot, goddamn SGA. God damn. I'll turn my camera off so y'all ain't gonna see my ugly ass.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Chilling, man. Just listening, picking up games, seeing what's up, bro. But hey, like I said, bro, earlier, like, let's say, for example, us, like we just said, bro, it was like we've boxed before. That's cool. You know what I mean? It's respected. That's cool. But at the same time, I would never want to make Crooks feel out of place. I would never want to make Crooks feel like he's not part of the community. And that was pretty much my point. Hey, that's cool. Like SGA, hey, I understand. Hey, let's say you've boxed this and that. Cool, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna outcast Crooks and like like Crook said earlier, bro, and like make him feel like he's not part of our community, bro. I'm no better than Crooks. You know what I mean? Whether we're going off of views, whether we're going off of subscribers, whether we're going off of boxing experience, that's just who I am as a person, bro. I would never make Crooks feel like that or want to, unless Crooks like we have like an argument and we talking shit. That's whatever's, bro. But it was like, as long as we're able to get feedback together as a community, bro. And sometimes I feel SGA, you think you bigger than the program in the sense, and I appreciate you showing me love, and it's all love back. You know what I mean? We have our times where we talking shit, but it's like but yeah, it's like we're all a community, bro. I'm not better than Crooks because I've boxed. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that because he's on the show as well, and I'm cool with Crooks, and that's me. Just that's who I am. I don't put myself on a pedestal with the boxing stuff. Hey, obviously I have experience. I don't speak on it like that's not my selling tool. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, I'm different in this space in the sense of, hey, we've played SGA. I didn't go over here bragging, hey, I beat SGA. I just, hey, GG's, bro. It was a good game. You know what I mean? And that's the way I carry myself. If you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, you don't like me. But that's pretty much what I wanted to say. But if y'all got any questions, concerns, complaints, you know what I mean? Hey, ask away, bro.
No,
Yeah, let me start it off. I feel like in the boxing community, from my experience, because I've been around for a long time. I hate to say that because it sounds like I'm gatekeeping, but no, I've been around for a long time.
Make you feel like you owe too, bro.
And it's like the casual fans don't want people like me to be outspoken. They don't need your feedback. And then if you literally watch, they're giving feedback. It's like everything that you want, they're like, we don't want that, or you asking for too much and stuff like that. And then when I tell people, I know what I'm talking about. I know what can be put, everything we want, anything we see in boxing and in real life, in this day and age with the technology, it can be put in the game. And I'm not guessing. This is from research and talking to developers, not from Steel City, from other companies.
So no. Yeah, it was like as far as like that end of it, I don't know nothing about technical stuff, making games and stuff like that. But as far as what SGA says when it comes to boxing, he says a lot of good things. When it comes to you speaking on boxing, y'all say a lot of good things. I don't ever say, nah, what they talking about is BS. You know what I mean? I barely talk like SGA said. I don't really like put my opinion out there like that. But if I'm able to really give my input, that's another reason why I asked you. And you already knew, Poe. I said, hey, what are some things you'd like to ask?
Yeah, and I knew automatically. You knew I knew.
I didn't say nothing like I was going out there, but it was just
I knew. I knew. I said, why are you asking me this question? Are you going out there? He said, I'm just asking.
Like, so it's like it's not like you're not being heard or seen. You know what I mean? So
Wait,
hey, Poe, Jake's trying to join, I think.
Hey, Box Eyes.
What's up, SGA?
Okay. When did you join the community?
When the game came out, bro.
On console?
Console, yeah, PS5.
Okay. So let me show you the disconnect. And Crooks came in a little late too. So we've been following this game since 2019 when they had like 12 people in the Discord. And I was there. His was the initial plan. This is way before Will Kenza got there. We was there first. Me, Fanatico, Poe. The community was like at least like 11 people. The thing with ESBC was the game was built by fans, boxing fans. So let me say that again. Ash was saying that the game was going to be built by boxing fans, right? And that's what brought me and Poe there. But Poe was following all the boxing games, every boxing game that came out, like the one with Zab, you was supposed to be in. Poe. What was the name of it?
Oh yeah, Round for Round.
Round for Round.
And
well, he actually asked Will to be in that game, but Will didn't want to be in that. Will didn't want to be a part of that game because that game didn't get 1 million views. No. ESBC Boxing Club when they first put it out, their first video, they got 1 million views, right? This is way before Will Kinsler even came and being a part of the team, right? So Ash was like, the community was listening to the real boxing fans, like real boxing fans. There was no MMA guys in there at that time. Am I lying, Poe?
You're not lying.
There was no MMA guys in there. It was only boxing guys. So he was telling us, and they was listening to me. How you think manual blocking got in the game? It's because of me. It was my design. I'm the one created manual blocking, bro. But it was early on in the team. Me and coded it, and they were saying it was impossible. And I showed them how it was possible because I showed them a game called For Honor, and I showed them the ground game on UFC 4. When you get person on the ground, how you can control the arms and all that. So they seen that it was possible, and they made the game, and then they just took it to another level, made it fully share with manual block. You got to go to simulation mode to see it. But what I'm saying is, you wasn't there when they were saying that this game was going to be built by boxing fans. So I was still locked in on boxing fans because we've been through 40 years of depression, almost like 40 years of slavery of our boxing community. Yeah, just like they just keep making a mockery of our sport, and you younger than me. So we've been waiting on a real boxing game for years, bro. They always Knockout Kings 2001 was the best EA Sports boxing game ever made. Like, it's really close to real boxing. But gamers don't like it because they can't just do anything that they want. They got to throw real boxing combinations of the actual fighter. They can't just do spam any moves that they want to, right? That free punch combination that you got with the analog stick came from the Knockout Kings with Lennox Lewis that can fight Floyd Mayweather. That's what they started doing. They started making it arcadey and all that, and then it turned into Fight Night Champion with the analog stick and being able to parry punches and different things. Then it grew from there, and then it went to round 5, which Kudo Sonoda did 1, 2, and 3, and then Mike Mahar and Brian Hayes did 4 and 5, which is champion. So when they did champion, they made auto blocking, what they call responsive blocking. So guys went around pump blocking. You feel what I'm saying? So now the thing about this is that Steel City promised us that the game was going to be built by fans and not by companies. And he said that he wouldn't involve himself with EA Sports and he wasn't going to change. So he was going to listen to the fans, and the game was going to be built completely by boxers. The game is a totally different game. If you would have played the demo, you would have liked the demo because the demo felt like the amateurs. I swear to God, it felt like the amateurs. Yeah. You know the amateurs is fast paced. You know that. You go to an amateur bar, you have your amateur match. That shit is, you know this. Come on, box guys. You know that shit is fast paced, bro.
It's a different game. It's more about points. So yeah, and it's only 3 rounds. So yeah. I understand.
So. But niggas be in shape and niggas be throwing, you know, bro. Come on, man. That shit is hectic.
Yeah. Just trying to touch.
Facts. But then when you get to the pro level, it's not like you don't have that same engine. You just can't do that when you start moving up in competition. You got to be selective of your punches. That don't mean you can't throw a 30-punch combination. You just get knocked out if you open yourself up against a technical fighter that understands stuff. But when you're in an amateur, you got on 16-ounce gloves and you fighting 12-ounce gloves, or you fighting with headgear on. I mean, you just let them bitches fly. You know what I mean? So, and you learn it, you know what I mean? So you already know how that is, but that's how the first demo was when it first came out in 2022, November. That shit was fire, bro. There was no meta to that game. Nope. There was no meta, bro. That shit was free. When you lean to the back, you could walk on the side of a nigga and punch him in the face. You know how they be leaning back? You could walk to the side of him and punch him in his face. He'll be stuck standing there leaning, and you can just walk to the side and punch him in the face. They took that out the game because the casuals came in and started saying, oh, that's not realistic, man. That's crazy. Because they couldn't hide anymore. So when he leaned back, I walked to the side, punch him dead in his motherfucking face with a right hand. Bam! Then they had physics-based blocking, whereas punches went over. So if there was openings in the defense, it was open. It wasn't like this invisible shield that blocked everything. But you didn't get a chance to play that version. So by the time the new people started coming in, I was perceived as an asshole because I'm still up under the impression that Ash said the game was going to be built by us, not one person.
Yeah.
And That's where the hate and the disgruntlement became between me and Will Kinsler, because you know, if you went to the credits, you seen he was game director. That wasn't never supposed to happen. It was supposed to be the fans building the game, not no one person.
Nah, I
Jay,
hear you on that.
your cousin here, he's in the
I'm
chat.
lying, bro? Paul, tell him, because you were witness. I'm lying.
Yeah. No, you're not lying at all.
Then Box Eyes, he promised us a sim mode, a promo, a hardcore version. Listen to this. He promised a hardcore version and a casual version, and Will went against it.
Yeah.
He had a hardcore version and he had a casual version. Now you tell me this. Why did he go against a hardcore version and a casual version? Why didn't he let both of them exist? I'm gonna tell you why. Because when it came to hardcore, you would actually have to know about boxing. But when it's casual, you can be creative. He the one put in diagonal dodge. That originally wasn't in the game, Box Eyes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they should get
That's
rid
like
of
a
that.
Mike Tyson move.
Yeah.
That's like a Mike Tyson move. I mean, what other fighter can do that move besides Mike? And we talking about early Mike. We talking about late Mike. We talking about Cuss Mike. We talking about Ronnie. We talking about Teddy Atlas.
I didn't even see Jay was in here.
You know what I mean? So that's where the disconnect came in. All the new people started coming in, and they didn't know the original plan of what Ash said. Ash said it was supposed to be built by fans. If he would have never said that, I would have never joined the crew, bro. He said, and they was listening to us. They was listening to us, not just me.
He sold me on that because he said it's built by boxing fans for boxing fans, and then he said it's gonna be the 2K of boxing. Not what people think today.
That was in Forbes magazine. You could look that up in Forbes magazine. Ash said that. And then when Will got in there, he brought the whole the EA thing. He brought don't give it, because he already had the creator mode where you walking around the gyms and doing. He already had that, bro, in 2021. But when Ash tried to show it to us, Will said, "Don't show him that." Why do you think Will didn't let us see Fanatical fight Showtime and let us see the gameplay? Because he was going to change it. I knew that in 21. When they went and did the content creator event, I don't know if you know about that or went back and looked at it, they were all playing it. King Juice, Boxing Fanatical, Showbiz.
Yeah, I watched it. I seen it from back in the day.
And he was the coldest. He was the smooth. He was smoother than Fanatical. What's his name? The boy that's sick right now. Shout out to him. Hope he get better too. Coach's corner. That motherfucker was. Listen, boy. That motherfucking Coach's corner was cold at that motherfucker. You know how you turn a left hook over? You know how you turn the left hook over and hit a nigga with the top knuckles, right? Box Eyes. You hit a nigga with the top knuckles. You don't hit him with the two small knuckles. You'll break those knuckles. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the game was throwing and hitting on the top knuckles, but on the animation, they never seen that in a boxing game, so the shit looked crazy to the casuals. You feel me?
No, I hear you, bro. But it was like things like obviously like you said, you've been there from the beginning. They promised you something, but things change, man. Like I'm not speaking for those guys.
So you should have told us that. They made a video and said same game, different name. I'm lying, Paul?
No, their video still exists.
They lied to us, Box. They never said that things change. He only came out last year and said, I never knew nothing about the game. I never understood it, so I had to rebuild it from the ground up. He said that. Will said that, and I had been saying that the whole time. So he finally admitted it. Guess what the community did? Still backed him up. He literally changed the whole game. I'm gonna tell you who built that game, Box Eyes. The ground of the game. It was Ben Davidson. You know Ben Davidson, right?
Is that the trainer? I think it's
That's right. But that's right. And Josh Taylor. You know them, right?
Yeah.
There's in the studio.
Okay, now watch this. In 2021,
and Sonny Edwards. You got to put them
and Sonny Edwards, and they did the mocap. That walk that come out on when everybody walked, that's Sonny Edwards walk.
Ali.
Everybody walked like Sonny Edwards.
Ali, Sonny Edwards.
That's Sonny Edwards. I'm telling you, when they walk out in Undisputed, that is Sonny Edwards' little bow-legged walk. That's his walk. What you call it? King Arthur, Lyndon Arthur. He did the footwork. Most of that is Lyndon Arthur's footwork. So listen, here's the kicker right here. Gonna kill you, Box Eyes. Watch this bullshit. There's a video on YouTube. The game was supposed to drop in 2021. Guess who stopped it? Will. Guess who said the game was spot on the real boxing? Josh Taylor and Ben Davidson.
Yeah, I remember.
But you go look at the check hook. You go look at the check hook, the early check hook. It was a real check hook. What happens when you throw a check hook? You throw a check hook when you getting pressure to the turnbuckle, and I'm saying turnbuckle for wrestling fans that'll know the area on the boxing ring. So when you're going towards the turn, it's a turnout move. I don't know what y'all call it in California. What y'all call it in California, Box Eyes? We call it in the South. We call it a turnout. So when the guy turn, I can either take my left hand if he come in over the
yeah.
Huh? Go ahead.
Hit his.
Huh?
Did you hear me?
You
Go ahead.
your mic
Yeah.
studying.
No, hit Hatton with. I'm not sure if you.
Yeah. Like he hit Hatton, but you could turn him out. You ain't got to punch him. That's still a turnout. So check hook ain't nothing but a turnout with a left hook.
Yeah.
So you switching positions. So when he coming towards you, you do that move. In that video, they did the move in the exact position that you supposed to do a check hook. Go look at the video. Casuals don't know that. So a whole bunch of boxing stuff that was in that game, and they were showing pull counters. They were showing pull counters earlier. This way before Will got there, bro. Will wasn't there in that Lyndon Arthur video. He wasn't there in that video with Eddie Hall. And go look at the feint system. I see you doing the feint system. Nigga, that's a cheese feint system. That shit ain't the real feint system that they had. Go look at the real feint system, bro. That shit was amazing. Go look at the real feint system, bro. That shit was amazing. That flow state shit, that's in Undisputed, UFC 6, that was in ESBC Boxing Club. He didn't show it. He showed it on the shot. We got an adrenaline system where you can throw 14 punches, but you can throw unlimited punches, but you have to be mindful of your stamina going down. And the actual BPM system actually worked, and the traits actually worked. The traits don't work in that game. The traits do not control that game. Power shots off of counters control that game. And in ESBC, if you did not have the power punch trait, you could not be effective with a power shot. You could throw that, you could spam that motherfucker all the time. You ain't gonna get nothing. So if you didn't have a right hand cross or a hook, the power hook trait, you wasn't knocking nobody down.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So by you coming in late, you didn't know all this stuff. So a lot of people is new. Everybody knew. Except King Juice and Boxing Fanatico. And then Jay Shep came later. And I'm gonna tell you something about Jay Shep. Jay Shep made a video talking just like me. I'm lying, Poe.
Nope.
He made a video, but he did it respectfully, but he was calling out the stuff that I'm talking about right now. Will hired him and made him delete the video.
Yep.
So then I start standing up, calling this stuff out. And the new people don't know, so I just became the asshole.
Jay, he want to say something. What you want to say, Jay?
I just hear a whole bunch of fucking malarkey, but we move on.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all start.
Just like I just said, I don't fuck 600 goddamn women. I got 2 motherfucking wives, 6 kids.
Fuck does that have to do with boxing?
I got 250,000. I got 250,000 in the bank right now. You understand what I'm talking about, little nigga? Yeah, malarkey that nigga.
Got 250,000, and we both in the same room.
What the fuck is you talking about? You got this shit off of YouTube. I got my shit out the mud. I got my shit out the mud, nigga. You got your shit from being fake on YouTube, nigga. I got my shit out the mud, nigga.
Hey, bro,
This shit is
this nigga Jay just
He
came in and said, I
deleted the
just did a
video.
bunch
He
of
did this.
fucking
Nigga, the content
malarkey.
creators literally said the
Listen, he always trying to insult a nigga. He try to insult a nigga with an intelligent word, a bunch of malarkey.
Nobody not trying to hear that bullshit, dog.
Yo, y'all.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit you talking
Hey,
about, dick
how
sucker.
many of them 200 amateur fights you won? Since you
Fuck
been
is you talking about? You dick suck with them big ass dick sucking lips you got, nigga.
Hey, hold
Fuck
on.
is you talking about?
Hey, B.
Why your lips so motherfucking? Why your lips so big, nigga? Fuck out of here, my nigga.
Both you guys, hold on. B, you
Fuck
gotta
out of
Has
here,
this
nigga.
nigga done in boxing for him to talk down?
Stupid ass motherfucker, nigga. Go back to motherfucking UFC, nigga. The only reason you over here because you suck at your own game, nigga. You over here in the boxing world because you suck at your own game, nigga.
WBC, no WBO.
Nigga, you fucking suck. There's level to it. I never made it there.
The fuck up, man.
What are you talking about, nigga? The best trainer in the motherfucking world never goddamn made it pro. You know his name? You know his name?
I don't know his name.
I know you don't know his motherfucking name, but I bet Poe.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, what's his name?
I ain't getting in y'all argument.
I
ain't getting in that. I'm on the sideline. I'm being box out view right now.
hey, I feel you. Hey, I'm sitting here. Hey, I'm glad I came in here, Bees, because I mean, I explained my point to you, bro. I feel like you get it. You answered my question as to why, you go about things the way that you do. And I just want to clarify to you, bro. I ain't really had no hate in my heart for you, bro. I don't know you personally. I don't hate nobody off of a fucking video game or content or anything like that. I don't know you personally, but just be authentic to yourself, bro. Like if you're a good dude that wants to fucking teach boxing mechanics to people that are boxing, the technical side of boxing to people in a video game community, brother, then just do that. It'll go a long way. Oh, he left. But yeah. Jay, come back and talk now, fool.
Yes.
Where he at?
What happened? Beast disappeared.
Yeah, he I think he might have had a call or something, bro.
Probably got disconnected.
Yeah.
CPO, and no disrespect to you, but I'm gonna say this, bro. I talk to boxers on the daily, bro. I've never had any one of them, even you, talk down. Now you probably talk down on the MMA people. They do the same thing. So y'all alike. But
Yeah.
I ain't never heard them talk down on civilians and you shut the fuck up. You don't know boxing and
No, I don't do that. I just
and all that. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Whatever he talking about the game, whatever somebody's opinion about the game, I'm not about to. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
But when we get that talking down on niggas, bro, that's why I will never respect that. Because unless you fucking Terrence Crawford or Canelo or Upo or
but you know what my gripe is when people be trying to silence me in the community. Like my voice don't mean that. I've been doing this for like decades. I've been trying to get ideas to these developers, and and then when Ash promised, because Ash, I asked him back to back. I said, "You sure, Ash?" He said that's never going away. It went away. So stuff like that, it triggers. Like, yo, that joker really disrespect me and stuff. I'd rather for him to come out and be like, man, your pump butt ain't getting in the game. You think I'm gonna really put you in the game? At least say so. Don't be like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. You're good. Whenever when you got time, you good. And Ash act like he was like trying to build up a friendship with me. That I took that like, yo, he ain't had to tell me nothing every single day or every other day. So that made me feel like comfortable, like, yo, all right, well, I'm about to get the game. He listening to me. So I felt like almost not that I was entitled. I felt like we had an understanding and a friendship.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like your situation is a little bit different because you didn't talk to Ash really before anybody. You didn't have them conversations. Plenty of.
Then I feel betrayed by a lot of people be like, Beast in my situation, two different things. And Will tell you different, but I got the I got 100%. I got photos of everything.
Yeah, you were supposed to be a coach, right? You remember that too, right? The when they was supposed to have like the amateur mode, you were supposed to be like a like one of the coaches, or they was gonna like scan you, and I don't know if you remember that.
No, he was gonna put me in as a boxer. Westcom said I should be a coach. Okay. What's his name? The racist joker that's got mad.
I know you talking.
Forget his name. Yeah. He was like, man, he said, why you gonna be a boxer? But he wanted to be a boxer. And he didn't really have a boxing career. I had a boxing career. I did amateurs. I think he had probably 3 amateur fights. It's study. It was study. Study talking about you should be just a corner man or something like that. Being very disrespectful. And he's saying, but he should be a boxer. And the thing is, when you talk to me like that, that's stuff that gets you smacked. Yeah, I know I'm the kind person. You know, I'm what you call passive aggressive.
He's calling you on the chat.
Yeah, but I will smack fire out of him because you literally disrespected me, talking about I should be a coach. Yeah, I could be a coach, but that ain't for you to call me. That's what I should have been. I said he was gonna put me in as a boxer. He specifically said boxer. I said, you sure, Ash? He said, yeah, you're gonna be a boxer. And that's what, instead of no, I should be a boxer in the game. Vote for it. He's putting for him to be a boxer. I'm like, yo, this joker jealous of me. And I'm like, that's crazy. We're a community. If there was somebody else in the community that was a boxer, I'd be like, hey, with me, if y'all notice, I push people like Box Fanatical. I told Ash about Boxing Fanatical, but nobody ain't gonna never say that. I say, Ash, we got voices in the community. This guy named Box Fanatical. I told him about you. I told him about Coach. I told him about all these guys. After we had that conversation, because remember I made the group? When I made the group,
I remember that. Yeah.
I told him everybody that was in that group. And he said, all right. He said, I'll pay attention to them. You know, I look at them. Then I got Will in there. And I guess Will start asking Ash about the community. And then they start, probably pointing y'all out. And Will start pulling y'all on board, doing that game, basically what he was doing with Game Changers. That's Will's idea. Yeah, man. But, I don't have no beef with nobody in the community. It's like the only person that I probably if you want to say I'm beefing with, which I guess it's not a beef because he popped up and then he popped out, is the guy Diller, whatever his name, Dittler, whatever it is. I'm trying to get him on the show or talk to him in private, but I'm trying to see what's his problem with me, because he's telling me they don't need your ideas. You don't need to talk to them. He said, whatever they do, I'm always gonna be critical of it. I said, anything that's not boxing, I'm always be critical. I'm supposed to. I train people and I box, so I'm gonna be critical about what don't look like boxing to me, and which y'all are. Y'all when it comes to MMA, if something don't look like MMA, y'all critical about it. And I peeped that out. My thing is I'm in the cut looking. I'm trying to see. Let me see how these UFC guys act when something don't look right with the UFC. And I'm looking at y'all and I'm like, hold up. Y'all telling me to be quiet or stop being so critical, but y'all super critical about the UFC. But some of y'all accept certain things. It's like with me, man, it's been boxing video games been out for 45 years. 45 years. Now I'm literally doing, if you do your research, we ain't had boxing video games the whole time, but I'm talking about the history. And sports video games has 50 years worth of history. So for my expectations to be high is valid to me. So what y'all think? Everybody went silent. They just let Poe talk. I guess y'all said, man.
I was letting you get yours off. Man. I didn't want to interrupt you.
So what you think, Jay?
I wouldn't say, like, for me personally, I like all combat games. I know that's kind of like rare in the community.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty like I'm pretty heavy on both, like as far as the criticism.
Yeah, but
know.
your criticism for UFC is a little more heavier than it is for boxing. Would you say or not?
Yeah, I think it's because I got a soft spot for SCI because I know most of them on like a bit of a personal. I guess not a personal level, but
yeah,
we all know each other, So
yeah.
I feel like I can articulate my opinion better with them. Just like with EA, it's just like I know they're not gonna listen anyway, so I could just
Yeah.
See me, I'm the opposite way. See, I mean, my criticism for both games is the same. Like, I mean, I'll talk. It's like I said in my video the other day. I don't know if you watched it, Poe, but
yeah,
my content is very informational. Like I drop information to help people formulate their own opinions on whether or not they like this aspect of the game or what's being introduced to the game, or they don't. You know what I mean? So I do the same thing with UFC, but I mean, obviously, if there's glaring things that I agree with and I see in the game, I'm gonna be critical of it and I'm gonna point it out. But I mean, kind of the same way as box, I just try to be as respectful as possible. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to point out deficiencies or things that need to be adjusted in a game and things that need to be fixed and problems that are going on with the game in a respectful way, and to do it disrespectfully. You know what I mean? So it's like I try to go about it as respectfully as I possibly can, because at the end of the day, the people that I'm talking to are going to be the ones that are going to be available to fix. It's like if you have a health scare, right? You don't want to talk shit to the people that are taking care of you. You know what I mean? Because they're the professionals. They're going to be able to solve the problem for you. Obviously, it's not the same because it'd be life or death in that scenario, but the principle still applies, Like you want them to fix something, you want to be as respectful as you possibly can, but also, voicing your displeasures or the things that you want to see fixed. So I'm kind of the same way in both realms, to be honest with you.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
So Leafy.
Oh, I gotta get out of here. Leafy's in here, man. I don't like that guy.
Oh, Dad, stop playing.
No
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
No way,
I'm just playing, bro.
Man, all that respect, bro. Come on now, Crooks.
Yeah, he
I'm
says
going.
Hey, B's just trying to get back in here, Paul. I don't know if you booted him. He said you booted him in order.
No,
I think he got
booted.
disconnected. It's like lag or something.
No,
Just
I
lag, but hey, I'm playing UFC 6 right now.
I'm still playing it. I thought that. Well, how long do y'all get to play? I thought it was a time.
Until Sunday.
Until Sunday. Dude, I love it right now, man. Like, okay, yeah, the visual effects when I hit some guy, all right, that's arcadey. But the striking system, it's peak, man. If you put UD3 grappling and ground game in this game, I don't need UD3 anymore, man. Striking system, like,
it's good. It's good.
UD3,
It's really,
bro.
really good.
I
they made it
man.
as realistic as it's been in the previous games.
Oh no, it's better, man. Like the striking is out of this world. Like every fighter feels like himself. It's crazy. All right, be right back.
Man, what you just do? Yeah, but no, Leafy just left. He was talking and just left.
Yeah, he said he'll be right back.
Yeah, man. But my thing is, with the community, I just get it's frustrating with me when people be telling me. It's like I keep hearing people saying they don't need your feedback, they don't need you to say anything, they know what they're doing. Let the developers develop the game. Every developer that from experience, they have boxers in the studio, they have historians in the studio, they have people that like boxing I mean of the sport, whatever sport it is, they have them in the studio. So for you to tell me to be quiet, that's weird.
Well,
That's
let me say this, Paul. Me being on the content creator side of it, you gotta have thick skin, right? And I'm not saying that you don't, but
yeah,
what more of what I'm saying is like people are gonna say shit regardless. Even if you, it's like what Bees was saying earlier, right? When he was like, "Well, I was showing them video evidence and they still didn't listen to me." You can't expect everybody to always be knowledgeable, just as
Yeah.
much as we are. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like they don't, and to the point that I made with people love negativity. People just love to disagree and rage bait you and do all that stuff just for the fun of it because they know that they can. So
yeah,
it's more of like I have just prided myself on, okay, like if you don't like what I say, then you don't like it. Like what Box was saying, like if you don't like me, you don't like me. If you like me, then you like me. But either way, I'm gonna still be authentically me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna change up because it's like with UFC 6, ironically, Grant bringing it up or Leafy bringing it up, right?
Yeah.
People were trying to tell me, well, that's not your real opinion. That's not your real opinion. You know this game is trash. And I'm like, okay, so you're calling this is ironic. This is the definition of irony. You're accusing me of being inauthentic, but then you're asking me to be inauthentic just to fit your narrative or
Yeah.
just to fit exactly what your opinion is. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm really
90% of
not.
people that shit on UFC 6 have not played UFC 6. Like
Well,
I've had people tell me, "Oh, you're just being another like kiss ass." Like, "No, bro, I played this shit." I'm like, "Dang, okay." Like they cooked. They cooked. Like they seriously did. If they could have put more budget into revamping grappling, I think it'd be definitive. But
you
people
say
see
budget.
like
Don't say budget. That's EA. You
no,
keep
no,
saying
no,
don't
no,
say
no.
budget.
I know, bro.
Don't
No, I'm
say
not making an
budget.
excuse. But they
Yeah,
made like a big focus on striking this year, like
yeah,
every year. But
yeah. The point that I was trying to make though is
yeah,
you shouldn't want to you should never switch up who you are because of somebody else's opinion.
yeah,
That's kind of just
yeah,
it's a life tool. You know what I mean? Don't be
yeah,
what somebody else wants you to be. Be who the fuck you are, regardless of if people like it or they don't. And I'm gonna
yeah,
always be that way. And I mean that's what's made me so successful
yeah,
in in both the UFC realm and the boxing world. Like
yeah,
in the video game world, not in the boxing world
yeah,
yet, but um in the video game world because
yeah,
I'm gonna be me regardless of what somebody calling me an idiot or somebody saying I'm stupid. So what I'm trying to tell you, Poe, is just what I'm saying. Even though people might not fuck with you, they might not agree with you, or you might not be getting the shine that on the knowledge that you're dropping. Just keep dropping. You know what I mean? It's gonna
yeah,
resonate with
yeah,
people. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it don't, then it don't. Just
yeah.
I mean, just be yourself.
Yeah, I got almost 300 videos, so I'm good. I'm gonna just keep doing. I do this. Basically, I do it for me, but people come along. They come along. I give developers that watch the videos. So that right there, to me, that's a plus. They like tell me that, yeah, we watched your videos and stuff like that. So I was like, all right. I said, but you watched it, but you know what? They said if we come in your show and comment or we say anything, that means people gonna say, we're making a game. We're doing this, we're doing that. Then they're gonna get bombarded. That's why another reason why I be pushing certain things that a lot of people is against. So I left that alone. Y'all notice I don't talk about the survey anymore. I'll stop talking about the survey.
I think you should though, because if you keep pushing it, one way or another, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like if no one
But they
asks
wanted me
in
because they kept saying, they told me don't give up. They said because the survey, they said the survey benefits them. They said because they're not putting out a survey, because if they put out the survey, it's like, hey, we're making a game.
yeah, for
People
sure.
gonna start bombarding them. But if Steel City do it because they got a game out, that like kinds of hide if their decision. Because once you
Hmm.
let anybody know, that's what one thing I'm against companies announcing video like Steel City. I think even though we needed something, I think if we ain't got nothing coming like a couple of months or something, like even with EA, I used to tell them that Stop telling us something that's going to happen next year. Just say, all right, we know that we're getting another fight night. We know we're getting another fight night. But don't sit up there and say, hey, fight night, look at these graphics, look at this, look at that. Now we got to wait a whole 9-10 months to get the game. Now everybody
Yeah.
bombard us every day in the forums and stuff. Every day, and they was bothering the developers and everything. But it was good that I was good at my job as a moderator, that I was able to get EA to give me like graphics and stuff like that people could look at. So that I was good with that. But man, stop giving people too much details, and we got to wait a whole year, and hopefully that's not what we getting with Steel City.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, EA literally just showed us UFC 6 like what, a week ago in the trailer, and we're gonna get it next month. So I feel like if they did that, where companies were like, all right, here's the games coming out next month, check it out. I think people would be more acceptable of it.
Yeah.
Right?
And you see how EA they learned. I guess they said, man, hold up. We ain't waiting no, because they usually do. EA used to do it for like right after a year before, because the game would be out probably like 2 or 3 years, and then they announce it that last year, and then you got to wait a whole year for the next game to come out. But they're not doing it like that no more. They shocked me, because when they said they was doing a beta and the game coming out, I'm like, hold up, what EA doing? I said they used to do that. Because I don't even think 2K does that. 2K like tell you a game coming out, I think it's like 8 months, 9 months before it comes out. Yeah, most game companies do that, but they let us know like a month and a half before it's really coming out. So they changing up.
Yeah. What I didn't like though is they put up pre-orders before you could even buy the game, or no, before you could even see the game. Like they had the pre-orders up, and we didn't even know what gameplay looked like. I'm like, all right, yeah, come on now, what are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
That's crazy. And my thing,
but I'm glad I didn't pre-order it though.
Yeah.
And not yet. I still gotta get some more time on this beta, but I like it so far, man. If they could just revamp the grappling, that'd be next level.
Yeah.
A modernized UD3 with flick-based transitions and the speed of hang on, fuck, I'm getting my ass kicked right now. The speed and success of the transitions being determined by your stats, that'd be next level.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's up? Yeah, I thought Jay had left, but that was Crooks that left, right?
Yeah, Crooks left.
Oh.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm playing UFC 6 while I'm on the show, so like I get kind of sidetracked.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so what's up, Jay?
And not much, just chilling, man. Just chilling, man. Waiting on Undisputed 2 like the rest of every, Like
Undisputed 2.
So they gonna pull you in at some point. They gonna pull you in at some point.
I mean, that'll be nice, yeah. That'd be real nice.
They gonna pull you in at some point, because your voice. I mean, you're a voice in the community, so they're gonna pull you in. I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Marshall Mind.
Mm.
You don't find it suspicious that he didn't? I think Steel City probably invited him, and he just got sick.
Paul, I'm telling you, they didn't invite. I'm telling you,
they didn't invite him. Sure?
They didn't invite him. I'm positive.
Oh, okay, because it was weird, but he still didn't do no videos for no Undisputed either. He still ain't do no video. Everybody up, even MMA guys, they did videos for that Ash Habib video. They ain't do nothing.
Yeah, maybe he just waiting on a major announcement. I mean, he really not,
That sound like EA stuff.
Really
Stuff that EA used to tell me. They said, hey, don't advertise certain things. Like when I knew that they was making that boxing game. 2K was making that. Well, 2K didn't make it. Venom Games was making that boxing game. Said, don't come in here talking about it. Don't advertise it or nothing. And guess what I did? I still advertised it in there. I said, man, this game, because my thing was I was trying to, you know how you talk about a different girl to somebody and hoping the other girl do better? That's how yeah. I said, yo, man, it's 2K, man. They making a great game. And I was the laughing stock of the developers. Like, man, we were scared of that. Paul, look, you ain't get what you thought you was gonna get. And I said, yeah, I should have known that, because he said they was rushing. That took. He sounded like a bully. They was getting bullied. The guy from Venom Games like, 2K is making us rush it. They want the game out in 8 months. I said, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. 8 months. I said, nah, man. EA, they start working on the game immediately. Right after they drop one game, they start working on the next game. So with their games, I think it got 2 or 3 years of work that they're doing on the game. And from my understanding with Steel City, the way that Unreal Engine is and the tech that they got, even the guy said it, that from 1024, he said the tech that I got, we're going to be able to do a lot of that stuff more quickly and more proficiently. I said, oh, sweat. Because he said, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know if he's going to do it, but he's saying that they could do it, because he said he got other projects he's working on. I said, if you invest it, but if you invest it, you want your product to be like elite.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the marquee fighters, that's all they was touching, but I guess they gonna change that some type of way. I don't know. Yo, any of y'all, because I went past my two hour mark.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I'm almost hitting 3 hours, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. Jay came on here. We had bitches. We had Leafy.
The Beast McGavie.
We had who else we had here? We had Crooks. We had everybody here, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. When y'all come in, man, thanks, man, because Poe's a little down and out, man, because like I tell you, I'm taking care of my mom's. And this show helps. This show helps me up my spirits a little bit. But I appreciate y'all, man. And
man, that's what this community is about, man.
Yeah, we could agree to disagree and all that, but it's community still.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, I've never heard of 200 plus amateur fights, man. Only until you said that. Only until you said that, I'm like, yo, wait, what do you
had
mean?
to poke that.
No, but I want to ask a question though. Like, what's your name on that, Jay? I've never heard of that before, man.
Hey man, he said it, not me, man.
No, you said it. No, you said it first, dude. I gotta know. What you mean by that?
I mean, he said he told another content creator in the Discord that he had 200 amateur fights. So I was just curious to know.
Isn't that like
how many did he win?
That's crazy.
I think I had 32 amateur fights, and I had 2 pro fights.
I can verify that. I've seen you fight on YouTube.
Yeah,
I've seen one of your fights.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
that was the exhibition.
Yeah,
it was me against a super heavyweight. Yeah, that was the exhibition. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to end the show, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you too, Poe. Keep fighting for that survey, man. Don't let people get you distracted from the survey. Keep fighting for the survey.
Since you said that, I'm doing my little promo since Leafy brought it up. Please support the survey. I got it on my Twitter. It's on the Poetic Drink to You. Go to my survey. You could take my survey, or you could sign a petition for Steel City to put out a third-party survey. I appreciate all of y'all that watch this, even the developers. I appreciate y'all that come in all the time. And to the next show, salute.
Hey, peace out, Poe.
Peace.
Salute everyone to the community. Stay humble, stay blessed, stay healthy. Yeah.
All right, look. Shout out to Blaster X. Shout out to Don D205. Peace. Much love to y'all. Let me call my son Seed. Gotta call my son Seed. See how